All right, guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Little jump scare to start things off. And yeah, we're going to be playing Nurgle tonight. So it is a single faction tournament, and I felt like suffering a little bit. And what better way to suffer than with Grandfather's Love? So we are going to be playing Nurgle. Let me switch on over here to the main game. And 1 minute until the tournament starts. Going to give players a moment to check in. And then I'm going to be starting this bad boy up. Yes, yes. Little bit of Nurgle. It's going to be fun. Going to be some Plague Bearers, some Chaos Warriors looking extra cool. We have a lot of good players playing tonight. A whole bunch of good players, actually, which is pretty cool. Let me see. There's a couple people here. Need to see if they're actually checking in. All right. You playing? If so, need to check in. All right. So, going to give the players an opportunity. We'll give them 1 minute for the last couple folks to check in before we start. And we're going to be going with Big Daddy Nurgle. So let's get our lobby set up for the first round. And T lobby. All right. And we're going to be on Nurgle. Not sure where the first map is. I think it's like Gates of Ekron or something like that, which is a fun one. So, hey, how you doing, Pone? You're doing well, man. We can play Corn and Nurgle and battle in the pits together. Subutai, almost forgetting to check in, but I did remind him at the last second. Hopefully he got it. Festus will for sure get used. He's very good. He's very, very good. What's great about playing Nurgle is we probably won't make the top 4. So we can cast some good games later on, which should be a lot of fun. Legend play. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, some other people playing Nurgle. Well, Nurgle in campaign. I don't know how good they are in campaign, honestly. I mean, Festus is very strong, you know, his abilities and whatnot. And Kugath is one of the strongest single entities in the entire game if there's, you know, in a more of a land battle type situation, right? So, okay, these people look like they're not going to check in, so we are going to generate the bracket from here and have some fun. All right, so tournament starting right now. Let's see if we get the dreaded buy round here. And are we going to get it? No, we're not. All right, tourney's live. Tourney is live. Let's get it. Let me go down to the tournament chat, let the people know, and we have our first round opponent. Don't know who they are off the top of my head. It is live. Good luck, have fun. All right, so find your opponents, folks. What is Pone doing in here, dude? He just joins my lobby. Oh wait, our odds of battling tonight are pretty good, Pone. They're pretty good, all things considered. Let's have fun. All right, so my opponent's going to be on the way in, and the first map is going to be, let's see what it's going to be in the neighborhood. First map is Gates of Ekron. All right, so kind of a grind map. Some good ambushes. Beastmen, I feel like, do really well on this map for sure. All right, so let's get the army blocker up and have some fun. All right. Unleash the best looking dude. Nurgle warriors are super cool. Uncle for Uncle, he needs cost reduction. Uncle for Uncle is just ridiculous how expensive he is. We need more legendary lords for Nurgle. It's going to come. You know, Nurgle's about to get a DLC, so I would imagine we're going to get at least 1 legendary lord, maybe a legendary hero, maybe 2 with like some FLC stuff. Who knows, right? All right, so we got someone named Babushka, which is pretty fun. I don't know what they're playing yet. Shiva, thank you for becoming a channel member. Hope you're doing well. Oh, do we have a Warriors of Chaos match? Oh, this is interesting. So it could be a lot of the same stuff. Interesting, interesting. All right, so let's get the big boy here. I guess everybody on Nurgle's a big boy, so we're gonna slap that down, cut this, cut that, and that looks fine. And guys, we have a Warriors of Chaos match. All right, this is gonna be kind of fun. Haven't had this one in a hot minute. Okay, so let's get you and let's get you. I think that's gonna be our kit. I don't think we'll need much more than that. Hey, Turin, how would you recommend a new player start Warhammer 3 multiplayer? So what I would say is, if you're trying to get like every single faction and all the accompanying DLCs, it's just stupidly expensive. CA really needs to find a way to lower the barrier of entry to multiplayer. But regardless, find like 3 factions that the flavor like really like kicks it with you, and you like how they play. Maybe you've watched some battles of them. It looks fun, and I would say just get those respective packs, and then just play and focus on those. Double Festus, yeah, dude, it's gonna be a Festus just sausage rubbing contest here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so for the main core here, let's get you. Yes, yes. When is this Skaven? Are we Skaven now? Yes, yes. All right, those guys are pretty cool. I think that's going to be fun. What else do we need? Do we want to do a little something something for the front line? Got to figure this out. I don't know, Festering Stooges are always something that's kind of interesting in this matchup. It could be good. Okay, and then we get you. I think that's a pretty cool situation. What can we possibly run into? Probably be like armored trolls or something like that, maybe. Yeah, those could be a bit of a problem as well. All right, so let's grab you guys. And Chaos Knights in the Warriors of Chaos matchup, probably not very good. Armored Chaos Trolls will bully them, and yeah, Chaos Knights are just going to kind of run into armor on the opponent's side, which is going to be tough. All right, so for the main core, Nurgle Forsaken, probably okay to have a couple just for cap weight. I mean, they will be good for like bashing Marauders off points and things like that. So I don't hate that idea. Couple Poison Hounds. You always want to have a couple Hounds in your build. It's just always the way to do it. And now, from here, for our next Disappearing Act, Warriors of Chaos, yeah, we could slap those down. Let's just have some fun, bring some cool units, you know? That's going to be the way to do it. We got to have some fun. Okay. So we got those. We got these guys. Nurgle doesn't really have any like true anti-large, which is a little bit unfortunate. You know, you have the Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes and things like that, but yeah, you don't have all the goodies. All right, so let's slap you in and slap you in. I think this build's fine. It doesn't feel perfect, but it also doesn't feel terrible either. Yeah, I think we can make this one work. I think we can spin this bad boy. HP on these guys, it's a lot, it's a lot. Do you want to go with this spell? Warriors of Chaos are going to have Festus, probably with Children of Nurgle and all the fat heals. Pwn got Kislev, I'll be in the pits. Well, the thing about Kislev, Pwn, is Mother Ostankia is banned tonight. And she's one of the main reasons why Kislev is so stupid right now, is because she's like, just her DPS is just buggy as hell. It's not buggy, but she shoots twice instead of once. She's only supposed to shoot once. So her DPS output is just nuts. So with Mother Ostankia being limited, I think Kislev is much more manageable for sure. All right, so I'm pretty much ready when my opponent is. Let's pick a cool flag here and have some fun. Ooh, the Septic Claw, looking very scary. The Pallid Nurslings. Ooh, sounds fun. Sounds fun indeed. Okay, what could they bring? Would they bring their own like Severed Claw against us? Would that be what we would run into and have problems with potentially? Severed Claw are pretty good. Those bad boys definitely aren't messing around. Thought about like Plague Drones too. Lots of fun ideas. What I want for the next DLC is Tamarcon. I want the big Nurgle Toad, you know? The big man. The big man in the neighborhood. Yeah, he'd be super, super fun. All right, let's actually take you off here and take you off here, and then we can slap that down as well, just in case. Cool, cool. Okay, and then we cut this, and then we get you here. Got a little bit more money to spend, so might as well just get some cool abilities on our Lord here. All right, I think we're good. Good luck to my opponent, Babushka. Good luck, have fun. Let's see what they bring. Let's get wrecked, man. What would I bring if I was playing Warriors of Chaos against Nurgle? Yeah, you know, it kind of makes me think I should probably reevaluate my build a little bit. Yeah, probably a little bit so. Yeah, okay, I just noticed like one huge glaring weakness in my build that needs to be addressed, so we're gonna do that, and then we will cut, get that, and now we're okay. And then as far as reinforcements go, do we want to mix in those units there? I don't think so. I think we're fine. All right. Go luck, have fun. Let's get it. All right, we just made a good change to our build. I think it's gonna be pretty good. And yeah, we'll see if we can make it work. Never heard of Tamarcon? Yeah, he's cool. So Tamarcon is a Nurgle parasite. It's like a brain worm that possesses. It basically worms its way into its victim's body and possesses their body basically and takes over their mind. And so Tamarcon is, as he's depicted in tabletop and lore, he is a Nurgle parasite that has possessed the mind of an ogre tyrant. So it's like a plague ogre. And he's riding a giant toad dragon. It is the most metal shit ever. It's pretty savage. So that would be cool, and I think he's like a very fun centerpiece. You know, like a lot of these DLCs in the past to have these like cool big centerpieces. Like the High Elves had the the Rogue Idol. You know, they all kind of have something like that. Gutrot, yeah, he would be like a hero probably. I bet you Nurgle will get a legendary hero. I think all of them will. Like the Empire will probably get like a Luther Huss, or like maybe one of the Electrocount type characters is like a hero. Could be kind of neat. Oh yeah, Evan, it's pretty badass, dude. It's pretty badass. Don't know if this build's gonna work. A little bit tired today, but we'll try our best. So basically, we have a couple warriors, and we're gonna just push this lane super hard. And what I almost forgot is that Marauder Horsemen are just gonna be everywhere. So I needed something that could deal with them. We have the 2 horse champions, which are just insane. These guys can like go fisticuffs and duel the best of the best. So Archeon is a little bit scary, but I think Kugath plus the Exalted Heroes could probably keep Archeon honest. And yeah, should be okay. I could hide in the bushes, but, you know, a true Son of Chaos is going to meet their fate head on here, so. And against Warriors of Chaos, I'm not really hiding from anything. If he has a Hell Cannon, maybe we'll kind of like lurk here, all jokes aside, to make sure we can get into the bushes. But we have 2 ranged units now that can put hurt on the Marauder Horsemen, so. Just got done magnetizing your minis. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's not looking forward to doing a lot of rebasing for the old world when that eventually comes out, but it might have to happen. All right, so let's get Kugath up there. Toilet Seat Master. For Collins, we got the Barons of the Bog. We got some Marauders, Forsaken, you know, just a lot of basic units here. We're probably just going to call in a basic Marauder to grab the back objective while we push up. So let's see what Lord it is. I'm hoping it's Festus. We got Marauders with Great Weapons, which is smart. And we got Armored Chaos Trolls, which is also good. Not much else. Let's take Fire Off Will here, and let's move you up here just to see if we can get a little bit of an angle. And now we're starting to get a bit of a picture of what my opponent's army looks like. So it looks like they're going to be hiding in the bushes with Chaos Warriors and Marauders. I need information on who the Lord is. That's really, really big here. So we're going to go over and see if we can explore a little bit. Shoot some of these Marauders, take 1 free pot shot. And typically I like to save the ammo here to use it at more close range, but you know, we'll take 1 just to send a warning message to those guys. All right, so Demon Infantry typically trade better into the Great Weapons. Hang on, let me do this here. Okay, so we got Archeon the Everchosen. Archeon's really scary. He can actually take on my 2 heroes probably, so. Does he have Slayer of Kings? He does, yeah. So we need to be really, really cognizant. Oh, and it's double Exalted Hero too. So we need to force like a blob fight here. There's pretty much nothing else to be said. The build is going to be pretty weak against my elite armor, I think. So we're going to throw here, keep riding here, and then we can have these guys turn and shoot here. And he'll throw his little toilet seat bombardment, and then we can have Kugath move in and help out here. So, all right, if he's going to keep chasing, we can turn and fight. So we're going to turn and fight for a second, see what we can do. Do I want to use any debuffs? Probably not. And we do get a little bit of damage on him, but nope, he actually got the damage on us. But we do take out his horsemen, which is great. So that is a win indeed. So next up we're going to call in is the Chosen. Yeah, it feels nice. All right, very good, very good. Couple warriors lurking in the trees. We're going to keep bombarding those guys into the Shadow Realm. Let's go ahead and bombard here. Move you up, do a little bit of bombarding here. And let's call in the Barons of the Bog. Yeah, just to get the big debuff aura. And it looks like they're maybe going to think about taking a fight here and trying to goon my warriors, which is not a bad idea. Not terrible by any stretch. All right, so if the other side's not going to be contested, let's send some Nurglings over there just to try and get that. And Big Man Kugath's going to come over too. Keep you bombarding here. And we do have these guys rolling up too. So we're going to need to get some fat heals on these guys soon. Yeah, so we'll fight for a second. Let's pull back and use a little debuffing. So we're going to go ahead and cast Miasma Pestilence on Homeboy here. And it looks like there's going to be some sort of a bombardment. I don't know why my tongue just got tongue twisted right there. What the hell is that? Oh, it's the Lore of Metal stuff. Okay. All right, so we're going to do what damage we can against Archeon. Prepare for the fight. Side objective looks like it's going to go for us. Archeon took a lot of damage. Do I have my game volume on? Hold on. Oh my god, it was like... Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we got the game sound on. So overall, that fight was good for us because we have healing and Archeon doesn't, so... Let's just throw bombardments here, use our Nurgle Soul Grinder to keep bombarding away, pull you in, and we need to make sure we win this side. So let's send some toads over there. Because we're going to play defensively now. A lot of this map's like playstyle comes down to that, like how you end up doing it. All right, so keep throwing at these. It looks like it's going to be a Muty Beast coming in, which is actually very frightening. Muty Beasts are incredibly strong, so we're going to need a little bit of support for that. Nurglings coming in, Marauder Horseman is fine. We can just park the toads to mulch the infantry, and then I think we get that. Let's move in here, get the Barons of the Bog to cruise. They can move up here, and it looks like they might be playing the other objective a bit. So you guys can move up towards this objective now, and the other side hasn't been taken yet, but what do we got? Marauders and Nurglings. Okay, so the toads might be able to do something there, but overall, let's see if we can hit these guys, get you going here, get the big man moving up, and have you pile in and fight as well. Also, we're going to do another debuff here, so we're going to debuff Archeon. Pull you guys back a little bit, move you up, and good. So we're getting the big damage against the beast, hopefully. Now we need to call in a couple of horsemen on this side. Yeah, unfortunately our characters here are getting a little bit smashed up, so we need to go ahead and use a heal and get you guys back. That's not going to go super hot, and yeah, the toads are doing good enough. But we did get the heal off, which is good. We have the big beastie. You pull back, and now we need to go ahead and get a couple of you guys out, and just the throwing weapons. Yeah, that's going to be pretty big. All right, so you guys come across. Kugath, keep doing it. I think we're winning this grind here. It's a little bit hard to tell, to be honest. But once Kugath gets there on his motor scooter, that's going to be changing the dynamic of things for sure. All right, so warriors there fighting it out. We got toads in, and you guys just kind of keep hopping around. Let's call you in and put you in group 5. pull up to deal with the beast, and good. The grind is going good for us. We're like trapping characters. The toads over here are doing great work. We need to get them a heal soon, so we'll get them a fleshy abundance. All right, so let's go ahead and just debuff you, because it's a map-wide heal for our dudes, and we can get you horsemen to go over here and start going after them. Pull you guys here, and cool. If we can, again, just isolate one of these, that's going to be pretty sweet. All right, let's get Barons of the Bog back. And value trading is looking good for us. Yeah, it's looking good. All right, so one of the characters here is going to get stopped. We'll cast another Fleshy Abundance here in a moment. And do we want to get you over here? Yes, we need to have something to deal with the big Mutolith Beast, or else it's going to go bananas. Thankfully, we have a lot of SEs who are pretty good fighters, so I'm not like super concerned about it. But let's go ahead and use the slow on this thing to slow it down and just really try and drop the base. We can have you shoot over here, have you guys kind of support up, and we'll call in some Forsaken just to get some speedy infantry that can clear things out. Other side's probably not going super great, although the toads, yeah, the toads are handling business. They're really doing quite good. All right, yeah, Mutolith Beast is almost dead. It's getting absolutely pounded there. And on the other side, it's going okay. You know, Chaos Warriors are going to hold pretty well. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yeah, and here we have the Barons of the Bog, and this is like, we've slowly manipulated the game into being played into like a Nurgle game. You know what I'm saying? Just like this like disgusting Death Star of Doom. All right, so let's get our Soul Grinder and have it shoot these horsemen. Yeah, we need to bombard them. Keep the throwing weapons, just kind of throwing away. How are our heroes doing? They're doing good, but a little bit surrounded here. Let's get Kugath in and use a big overcasted Fleshy to basically just heal everything right there, and that's going to be pretty nasty. All right, more Great Weapon Warriors coming in. One of my characters does get popped, but we do get a big rout right here, and the Marauders seem to be doing pretty well. All right, let's pull you guys up. Looks like the big beast thinking about coming back in, but we keep our guys back. Terra, interesting. We got a Terra right there. Okay, let's get our warriors back. Kugath can just keep Mortis Engineering, and that'll be probably a slow win for us. On this side, it looks like we have lost it, so we're going to kind of focus our efforts right here. Here comes Archaon again. Archaon's got a bold strategy cut, and let's see how it works out for him. And the Mutolith Beast is basically just being screened. So, Armored Trolls, a little bit nasty. So let's get these guys up here, and we can move the Horsemen away from that Vortex. Probably going to just run through it, honestly, but... All right, cool. So the pit fight's going to absolutely favor us. Absolutely favor us. These Forsaken, let's get these Horsemen to start throwing at the Trolls over here. Get these Forsaken battling up on the point. We're massively ahead now. My opponent's in the pits. They had some good micro at points, but we've been able to just keep the trades conservative and effective, and that's what's going to do it here. So let's get the Soul Grinder in. We need these guys to deal with the big beast, the Muty Beast, if we can. So let's sacrifice the Forsaken a little bit, as much as I don't want to, and throw those guys into the dogs. All right, Toad's coming up. The other side is still like partially contested, which is interesting. Archaon's on the run, and the Mortis Engine from Kugath Plaguefather is just doing work. All right, keep down the beast, drag it down. We have our Exalted Hero still doing very well. Let's go after him. And ooh, a nice bombardment there. Caught me slipping. You know, I was dodging most of those, but that one did make me pay the troll toll. Right in the face. All right, so Muty Beast is almost dead. Let's focus fire it. Use Fecundity up here to heal the boys. Baron to the Bog, like, my opponent's stat line is so bad right now because of the debuffs. Like, fighting in the Baron to the Bog territory is just so darn dangerous. All right, more of you guys. Get more Chodes coming up. If he wants to chase, we can definitely pop him there. And, yeah, the Muty Beast is almost dead. Let's go ahead and just do a map-wide heal with the Children of Nurgle. All right, so pulling back here, Archaon's getting throwing axed. And we do have the Toads coming up to the point now. And next up, we just save up for Chosen of Nurgle. We can have you guys go across here. How are we looking? Muty Beast is on death's bed. Archaon and company are also not in good shape. I am behind on points, though, so I have to worry about that. Let's see if we can move you guys this way. Pretty cool usage of Lord Metal. It's definitely not bad by any stretch. All right, so let's do a little damage there, as the French would say. And looks like our home point's going to be stabilized. The Toadlings are going to do it. Excellent, excellent. And you finish off the Mutolith Beast, which is getting a little bit more value than I would like. But the thing is, our build doesn't have too many things that the Muty Beast is like good against, as far as I can tell. And he's got Zangors in there, but Zangor's just going to get wrecked. I mean, you're facing the OG Chungus of blob fights, which is, you know, the big man. All right, Toads clear out the back pressure. And just to be extra Chad, we'll call in the Chosen here. Not really going to bother with split pushing yet. Burning Head there, nice. Yeah, the disruption has been pretty good on those points. Muty Beast has finally fallen. So good thing I played Nurgle. Nurgle's a good faction to play when you're kind of tired, because they're just kind of waddle forward and you know, do your thing. All right, so these guys need to come up, and on the other side, we can actually send the Chosen to do like a little spec ops here. So we're going to send them over to this side and see if they can do their thing. All right, so still grinding. It's going to take a minute. Archaon needs to get throwing axed, so let's go ahead and like slap him with the little Fecundity action. and see if we can finish him off with the throwing axes. Because he's very low. All right, so the objective's going to be flipping. We have some Forsaken. Let's get them up here, and you guys need to be unsummoned at this point so we can get some fresh units in here. Archeon is broken, and Kugath probably has like 3,000 value. Yeah, 2,400. I mean, he's just been cackling all day here, dude. All day, every day. All right, stream. Let's get it on these halberds. Proc the Children of Nurgle. Archeon's broken, and the Toads have also done their job, and that objective's going to be flipping to us. Forsaken move in, and on this side, we're going to need a little bit of support probably. So let's call in the Nurglings and get all you guys rolling up there to press. All right. Yeah, see, if I didn't bring the Soul Grinder, I would have been much more at the mercy of these Marauder Horsemen. See, now I can just have Kugath switch into missile mode, and he's going to be able to, yeah, we'll chase you down too, see if we could route Archeon. All right, so the Bombards are doing nicely. Toads have done the job, and there's basically not much that is going to be left for my opponent to do here. It's pretty much a mass rout on the field. Kugath is up. We got the double cap. We still have plenty of time to spare. Toads and company have done it. Let's get these Forsaken back and unsummon them, and then we can take the 2 Toads, move them up to the point to reinforce, and yeah, we could just win on 2 if we want to. We're going to go for the triple cap, baby, even if it's my my downfall here. So Archeon, let's chase him with these Hounds. Nothing really coming in. I do see some Trolls over there. We'll pull you guys back to the objective, and probably unsummon the Horsemen soon too, like this one. I think just getting them off the field, getting some fresh recycling would be nice. All right, Hounds go after the Horsemen, intercept those bad boys. Chosen of Nurgle going to be arriving with the Toads. And if we get Archie off the field, it's going to feel quite nice. Let's start throwing some Bombards at these Marauders, and the Soul Grinder can park here. Who said Nurgle doesn't have range, right? They got a little bit of poke, right? All right, so we're going to go after those. Hounds have caught their prize, and the Chosen have now arrived to the objective, so that's going to be very mean. And what do we have to call in? Let's get the Barons of the Bog again to come up and just make sure we win that side. All right, so you can collapse down this way. Looks like they might retreat over to the other side, which is fine. I'm more than happy to just kind of like go AFK on vacation here. All right, so we'll call some Marauders. How are the Barons doing? Barons have not reached the front objective yet, but the Chosen are going to just butcher everything on this objective, like absolute bully beatdown. They're a great unit. All right, let's unsummon you guys. We're going to need some fresh ones soon. And again, we could just chill here. We could even send some Toads in to intercept, and we could take the 2 heroes. Kugath is going to be able to just hang this down, so we'll just take these heroes over and see what we can do. All right, Barons, let's go. Yeah, that's the Exalted Hero of Nurgle. Oh, he brought Exalted Nurgle heroes too. Okay. I didn't see that they were Nurgle marked. Oh, that explains why they were a little bit more resilient. Granted, we have the healing and he doesn't, so that's like the difference between our dudes doing battle here. All right, so let's take you guys through the tree line. Chosen have done their job. Let's get you duking it out. Chosen are going to butcher this Exalted Hero of Nurgle, like hardcore. Yeah, you can already see they got a lot of HP off him. GG, well played. Let the Nurglings feast. Let them feast, baby. Yeah, Kugath can just pretty much ship margaritas and chill. Absolutely, dude. He was very happy that game. He got to execute his game plan of just pushing and being lazy and just getting blob fights. My heroes were pretty Chad. He had the 2 hero squad as well, but the thing is, if you're going to go Archeon with the Hero Goon squad, I think you don't want to play the infantry game. You want to use more Horsemen or Giants. Things that are either not weak to Mortis Engine or like ranged poke. So like Marauder Horsemasters can really pick apart a Nurgle army pretty well too. Beauty Beast got 1,400 value despite getting relatively shut down as well. GG, well played. Good game. All right, so let's report it. Slowly dragging up that Nurgle win rate, 1 game at a time. I do think if Nurgle gets like a couple good units, they're really going to be a menace next season. Absolutely. Alrighty, so let me just update the brackets here. Looks like players are finishing. There we go. And that's going to be Nurgle versus, they were playing, of course, Warriors of Chaos. It's a fun matchup, though. Archeon can be good, but the problem is if Nurgle doesn't go, if they go with armor, then your burning heads are just kind of useless. The Searing Doom spam was good, though. I didn't hate that. It actually did some good damage. All right, so scores reported. Not today. He said he was hoping for a Festus build so he could bully him with Archeon, which is true. If he had that, Festus would have gotten his butt kicked. So got to be careful with that. All right, guys. So taking a look here, let's go over to the brackets. You can see today we have Subutai winning against Shaper of Fate. He's playing, I think, Grand Cathay. Tim is playing as well. He just beat Roflin. I just won against Babu here. We have a handful of games still getting going. And yeah, pretty good run of events. As far as stats so far for Nurgle this season, How are they doing? Nurgle's at 37%. That's pretty brutal. I think it's largely due to the fact that probably Kislev is around, right? They barely have any games against Kislev. Yeah, Nurgle's 2-5 against Kislev, so that's pretty rough. 1-4 against Tzeentch, that makes a lot of sense too. These are like the 2 new DLC factions, right? And they were already bad matchups for Nurgle, and now they're way worse. So that makes sense. I don't see why Nurgle lost to Vampire Coast 3 times or Chaos Dwarves. Nurgle should be winning those matchups, in my opinion. Maybe like 55-45, but they should at least have a win on the column here. So, and yeah, Nurgle's got some good reps against other factions, like against Norska here, against Counts, they're doing quite well. I feel like Tomb Kings are favored against Nurgle, interestingly enough. Same with Empire. Like, I feel like Empire will typically dominate Nurgle. Not always, I guess. Nurgle's single entity style on the right map can really give the Empire quite a few issues. So yeah, that's pretty much the jam. That's what we're looking at right now for the old stats. Nurgle has some mobility. Yeah, drones are awful in my opinion. Drones are maybe more relevant for land battle. Because in land battle, you know, the flying capture weight thing isn't an issue. Like in Dom, typically you have to, like, flying units need to be pretty good to use them. Like a Crowman, for example. Because, you know, they don't have capture weight. So you're giving up capture weight agency on the battlefield. So yeah, we'll get those numbers up. New build only Nurglings and let them feast. Well, the problem is the Nurglings would probably get feasted on. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have the best of times. All right, checking the tournament again. How you guys all doing, by the way? Thanks for joining. What do you hope for the new Nurgle units? Dude, I have no idea, man. I don't really know what the missing Nurgle units are. I'm just happy to get some new stuff and you know, have them get a good look over here. So Icarus won, Pink has won as well. Wow, wait a second. How did we had a Chaos Dwarf player beat a Cathay player, and they're both like really good players. I kind of want to see how that goes. Yeah, Nurgle was 0-5 against Orcs. That makes sense. Orcs are kind of OP with Wurzag, honestly. Just spamming out Bonewood Staff and having a ton of cheap, cost-effective units that have augment and melee attack the entire battle is just really nuts. Yeah, now's a good time for questions, by the way. Hey, Turin, I've been meaning to ask for a while. When people ask for balance changes, usually say wait for the ethics side. Should erase need DLC to be considered balanced? No, I mean, yeah, like, so if we're obviously in terms of balance, it should happen more often. There should be more incremental balance patches, but the problem is CA does it based on their DLC cycle, which, you know, you got to work with what they're willing to do. But yeah, I mean, if I had my way, it would be like other games where you have like a balance cycle more frequently. And if there's really glaring issues, like for example, there's plenty of things in multiplayer which are just like game breaking, right? For example, like Malagor having flying capture weight could be abused super heavily, but that wouldn't get patched for months. And it's not going to. So we fixed that within our mod because it's a pretty... I don't want to balance with mods, but I like things that are just clearly like screw ups like that. Like I'm happy to fix. But yeah, it's like flying capture weight in Dom is bad. Nurgle needs some plague dogs. They already kind of have that. I mean, you have toads. The toads have almost 60 speed and had good mass. Nurgle's definitely got the toads in the family here. Wizard says I finally tried pierogi. Oh yeah, pierogi's great, dude. What kind? My favorite, I like the meat pierogies, but a lot of people like mushrooms and you know, some of the different ones they have. But yeah, those are so good. 30 minutes late. We just finished our first game. It was a good like 15-20 minute match. So we just wrapped that up, and players are now making progress into the round. We have another 15 minutes before the round's over. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna hang out with Big Papa Nurgle. Nurgle actually doesn't need too many balancing changes, to be honest. The only changes I would really suggest for Nurgle while we're having our little podcast here would be the Warshrine. I think all Chaos Warshrines should have 100 gold taken off them. I think that the Furuncle needs a cost reduction. Like, they really don't. Like, all their Nurgle's infantry are all pretty viable, to be fair. Either their Chosen are good, their Forsaken are pretty decent, like fast poison with good melee defense. Yeah, like Nurgle's not hurting that bad in any regards. Plague Riddens are definitely overcosted. These things, like, their base cost is so high. It's like, yeah, for what you're getting here, like just a squishy, like, you know, they're a little bit of, they could use a little base cost reduction as well. Nurgle's going to get Pestigors, Toad Dragons. Yeah, I would say Pestigors are guaranteed. Like, I think all the god-specific beastmen are going to get added. Like, we're going to get Slongors, Pestigors, Corngors, you know, all of them. Zangors, of course, are already in the game. Plague Ogres would be cool. Yeah, Bile Trolls. Interesting. I would probably rather take the Bile Trolls. Though Plague Ogres are very cool, I think it would be more interesting to have something that, you know, leave the Ogres to the Ogres, you know? Although I'd be happy with both. I wouldn't complain. You had classic cheddar pierogies and onion. Oh, yeah, those are so good. Sour cream on the side. Yeah, man, it's really good. Yeah, those things are delicious. Yeah, Blight Kinks would be cool. Nurgle Aspiring Champions. I would be pretty full chub if we got that Witch Doctor. Absolutely, dude. That would be really, really neat. That would be really neat indeed. Yeah, my opponent saying they were teching against Festus, which makes sense because Festus is very vulnerable. Archeon will just hunt him down and like he can chase him out of blobs. Archeon is a scary fighter, but if he tries to take the big man head on, Kugath, like I don't think there's anything. Like let's see how the fight goes. Like I don't think like what's like the big quintessential scary monster, right? It's probably the Dread Saurian. So we're just gonna bring Kugath with the Dread Beast. We have a little bit of time anyway, so for the next round. Okay, so the AI is gonna like be annoying with its little dude here. How can we get it to not be that way? All right, this actually could work. We could just intercept him with like some of our drones in the sky. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then we bring the Shredder of Lustria. The thing is, the Shredder does have the poison, and it's 3,700. Kugath, your ideal kit with Kugath would probably keep like just these. You probably wouldn't even bring these. So I'm talking like a practical application. So if you're doing a single entity build, you'd probably have something like this. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Ah, damn it! Pone just said he could test. All right, Pone. I'm gonna make a lobby, and then you could jump in and test while we wait. I'm pretty sure Kugath just straight up dunks on everything, like 1v1. You know, he just is like so raid bossy, and his stats are just so good, and poison and high weapon strength. Okay, about more than half the games have now finished for the round. Couple more still to go. I know there's a couple of people who have laggy connections, so we might have to. I don't know how you police that. Hey, Gunhound, how you doing, man? All right, let me jump out of this real quick, and we'll get Pone Dog in here to help test. What units do you want to see in the Empire DLC? I'd like to see I'd really like to see the Demogryph Knight mounts for characters. I think that'd be really cool. Imagine Karl Franz riding around on a Demogryph with like his Warhammer, just like this armor-piercing duelist. Like that'd be so sick. I mean, I know it doesn't make lore sense for him, but maybe for like Empire captains, things like that. I think that would be really neat. All right, Pone, gonna make the lobby. Or Pone, you're getting sent to the pits. You said. How did your Kislev game go? I'd be curious to see your build. Did you use a lot of like Khorne Minotaurs and stuff? We'll throw in some land battles in between games too, by the way. So after this one, we're pretty close to the next round already, but we will throw some land battles in so you guys can see some fun builds and you know explore a little bit. Turn, I think we get Bruckner and his Demogryph mount if we get Elspeth. That'd be rad. Finally got a few squads of my Death Guard units ready to... Yeah, the Death Guard are fun, man. They did get buffed relatively well. So I'm happy about that. And we have Pillar of Bone. We'll be close. All right, Pone. I need you to just bring the Dread Saurian. Yeah, and then we'll try it out. Warrior Priests need armor. Oh, yeah. I already suggested that to CA, that Warrior Priests get armor piercing. The fact that they're wielding literally like a Warhammer and they just don't have it when other Warhammer units do have it is kind of ridiculous. In the Radius mod, the campaign gets Demogryph mounts that cause terror. That would be a little OP to have like a cheap monsters mount like that probably cause terror. Because then you would just see Empire captains on them and they would just be like really cost effective. They'd have to make them price appropriate. Like Demogryphs causing terror doesn't make sense to me. Like fear, yes. Terror, no. I don't think so. Any reason to bring Bilious Thunderguff, the giant? Ooh, where would I bring the giant? Maybe on the right map against like Khorne or something. I would slap him in there. Oh, yeah, you had Minos, but they got deleted by ambushers. Yeah, ambushers are scary. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Kugath would win this. So we are just going to go ahead and put the Miasma Pestilence. Look at that. He even got hit with the Toilet Seat Bombardment. All right, we have the King Kong versus Godzilla duel here. We'll see how this goes. All right, Kugath. He's hanging in there. But remember, Kugath has healing, but so too does the Dread Saurian, I guess. So maybe I don't know. It's kind of a tricky test. Maybe I just won't use any healing. Let's just see how this goes without healing. I'll just like cast like incremental debuffs because that's what I would do in an actual game. But I won't cast healing on the account that the lizards aren't healing, even though they would typically have it here. So we'll just cast debuffs. All right. Looking pretty good for the big man so far. It's a close-ish duel. This is, again, no healing. Kugath would easily win this if I just cast heals. But we're just casting the debuff spell, which is, again, what I would actually be doing. Nurgling Tide. Yay. Look how exciting this high-octane Duel of Fates. They're similar in size, I suppose. Imagine Kugath riding a Dread Saurian, how cool that would be. There we go. Yeah, you can see he just edges it out. When you factor in Nurgle healing, I mean, sure, the Shredder could heal too, but its damage is so mitigated. Granted, so is Kugath. Jeez, Kugath getting poisoned by the Shredder of Lustria is actually pretty substantial as well. Yeah, again, we're just casting Miasma. That's it. I wonder if the damage reflection spell would make a difference. Probably not. Miasma is a really good spell because it triggers the Children of Nurgle ability. So if you guys are like newer to multiplayer, like take a look at lore passives for different factions. Because getting a 1% heal in your entire army is pretty nuts every single time you cast a spell. For factions that have like 10,000 HP on a lot of their infantry, like Nurgle, yeah, this is the high-speed action you like to see. Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. All right, so that bad boy is going to be dragged down, and we have the Crocscore Ancient. He's coming in. Pwn wants to party. Let's see if he wants some. You can use the Ancient Pwn if you want to. I see him standing there. Oh, he's using Cold-Blooded in the Horn of Kygor. Pwn's even giving the Crocscore some cheat codes to help him stay in the fight a little bit. Okay. And that's going to heal me with Children of Nurgle, which again is just crazy on Kugath. It's going to be like a 150 HP, if not more. Pretty decent. Going to mitigate a couple attacks. The lore passive of Nurgle heals also. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It is nuts. And then, you know, you can always use this too. This ability does a shit ton of damage. Overcast Advanced is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, Tzeentch is really good, especially in Tzeentch is S tier in land battle because in land battle they don't have they have player made rules to enforce attacking. So there's a lot of gray area that you as a Tzeentch player can manipulate around to while you're obeying the attacking rule to an extent, you're also taking advantage of shield regeneration and spell cheesing. So that's why Tzeentch is so good in thanks Bone for helping, man, appreciate it. That's why Tzeentch is so crazy good in land battle. How can Nurgle get poisoned? I know, I always thought it'd be interesting if the whole faction was immune to the contact effect, but I don't know how that would be from a bouncing perspective. Yeah, I don't know how that would be. You should fasten your seatbelt, yes. Okay, and we got one game going. Cows and Blood Penguin. And two. And let me message Blood Penguin. Just making sure that these two are playing, because there's only one game left, and let's get our lobby set up. Okay. Nurgle's Pestilent Glory. Yeah, Scargath. Scarbrand gets smashed. Absolutely smashed by Kugath. He can do some damage, you know? Like if Kugath doesn't use magic, it's a little bit closer, but if Kugath uses magic, Scarbrand just gets absolutely destroyed. Scarbrand, one of the suggestions I have for CA is to give him Gore Feast in multiplayer to make him viable. Because then Scarbrand, when he's fighting in melee, would heal, which would be badass. That's like very lore friendly. He's like cleaving skulls and blood, and the blood god's like blessing him with, you know, with sanguine regeneration. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, refreshing. Seeing how we're doing here. Scarbrand's not terrible. Like, he's almost good. You know, he's almost like viable. He just needs a little milk. Just a little bit. Scarbrand buff by farming a bit could maybe win, maybe. Even still, Kugath would probably win. Because remember, Poison is percentage-based debuffing, and like, he can also spam like Miasma Pestilence on him to keep his melee attack down. Like, there's just too many things that he does well. I guess Kugath spent too much time accumulating mass while Scarbrand only works on the glamour muscles. You see, that's the truth. Kugath is like one of those strongmen, you know, and Scarbrand is just like the gym bro who just works out biceps, and you know, that's pretty much it. It does bench and bicep curls, the true bro exercises. So we're gonna have a scary opponent next round, most likely. No easy ones. Yeah, that's my big thing. I think Scarbrand getting it in multiplayer would be awesome, dude. What changes would you make to Dwarf Lords? So probably for Dwarf Lords, CA is doing a DLC for dwarves. It's coming up in the next one. So I would imagine all the Dwarf Lords are going to get like a look over, like similar to what Bretonnia got. I would nerf Thoric and buff all the other ones, basically. You know, like give Belagar, Ungrim, and Grombrindle really impactful abilities and or items like that are actually good. And same with Thorgrim as well. But Thorgrim would actually be used if it weren't for how OP Thoric is. Thoric is just disgustingly powerful. So if he got nerfed, I think you would see Thorgrim Grudgebearer being used like fighting on objectives a little bit. Yeah, I was the gym bro who used to do that for sure. I used to just do bench biceps and, you know, all that stuff. Eventually, I learned the way. All right, they just finished, so they're going to report the score, and we'll start for the next round. Thank you guys for your patience. I know there's some downtime, so it kind of becomes a bit of a little podcast in between games, but it's all good. All good in the neighborhood. All right, so that is good. Let us go ahead and advance to the next round and fire it up. Let's see what opponent we got. Nobody dropped, which is good, so it looks like everybody here is going to have an opponent. And we are live. So we have our opponent, who is Icarus. And tourney round up. We actually have 2 tournaments running right now. We have a beginners tournament as well as this one, which is very fun. So shout out to Umayus there for hosting that other event. And let me get my opponent here. All right, who's it going to be? Let's copy. And it's going to be Icarus. There you go. Noam, thank you for the tenor. Hey, Turin, great to catch the stream live. Love your content. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. And I will try and do you proud. And Papa Nurgle's off to a good start tonight. We won our first game. And now we are on the road to Talabheim, which is a much worse map for us, especially against like a shooting faction. It's a very open map. Not too many places for our haggard beasts of chaos to hide, so. All right, Nurgle, it's Nurgen time. A hard regiment of pierogi. I wish we had that here. We live in Southern California, and like in the mountains, we don't live like near a big city. I mean, we live near a medium-sized city, but Los Angeles is like the closest place where you could get probably consistent Polish food. And we're, of course, about an hour and a half away from Los Angeles, so yeah, we're going to suffer. All right, is it Slanesh? Oh, no. Oh, man, we got Slanesh versus Nurgle. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's just let the suffering begin, dude. Let it go. Oh, man. This is, on this map, it's going to be so annoying. You guys have no idea. If they have good micro, dear gods in heaven, dude, it's just going to be a hellscape of just bouncing around and just misery. All right, so that looks good. Let's get you guys. Yes, and yes. Cut this. Let's slap you down, and then we can go ahead and get that. And do I want to get this in there? Might not be a bad idea. All right. Cool. So I like the direction it's going so far. I think it's going to be good. This matchup is like Benny Hill. It's just like shit flying back and forth while circus music plays. It's legit what it is. So prepare for the Benny Hill music of the gods, because it's coming. It's a coming, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so is there any sense in bringing these? Yeah, probably need some of those to contest. Obviously, we could see armor. Slanesh armor is definitely meta. Like the demons aren't really like a thing. So you're gonna probably see warriors. Yeah. I think you'll see some warriors. But even still, these guys aren't bad. Let's get a couple of you guys. You guys ready for the Benny Hill? Who would have thought we would run? I haven't seen Slanesh players in a long time. It's been a hot minute since we've seen these bad boys. All right, so do we want to get Baron to the Bog? Baron to the Bog against Slanesh are pretty damn good, I would say. Toads in general are just good. Yeah, they're very good against armor, so you can just kind of mix them in, and they'll do good work for you. A Bunicaster is a really curious idea too, like a Nurgle Bunicaster to just nail Seekers and like elite infantry down, because Slanesh doesn't really have healing. Although I don't know if I like that too much. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, you definitely are just going to want a bunch of toads. The toadlings are going to be a staple. Okay, let's slap you in. The toads get wrecked by Seekers, I guess, would be the thing that is good against them, but it's not even that bad of a punishment, you know? They can hang in there just fine. All right, a couple Nurglings in the mix. I suppose we could afford the ROR there. Doesn't look like it. No, we'll just get you. Nurglings are okay. You know, sometimes you just need capture weight with Vanguard, and you know that's where the dreaded Nurglings come in. So, any items here? It's an interesting one. Let's like see how that plays out. That's kind of fun. All right, I think I'm ready more or less. I could definitely lose this. This is like a very cagey matchup. It's just fast, furious, and it's a very open map. So I would expect them to play pretty wide on those. All right. Yeah, let's get it, man. Good luck, have fun. GLHF. Let's maybe cut you and slap another one of these in. Yeah. That is what the hell I'm talking about right there. Festus or Kugath? They're both good. You have, I would say you have pretty viable choices here. You can go Kugath. Kugath on the big maps, though, is going to be worse. He's very slow at 28 speed. Festus at least has like mid-30s. You can go with the Exalted Great Unclean one with Death, too, which is actually a really cool tech. So you bring the Exalted Great Unclean one with Buna. You just cast that to nail things down, and it's pretty money. Or you can go with the Sorcerer Lord or Festus. The Herald's even viable here, too, like a Flying Herald. with Buna, just to slay the good value units. There's a lot of good stuff here. Yeah, my build is very, very elite though, because if you go wide, Slaanesh can kind of pick off your flanks, and Nurgle can't really respond to that too well. So I'm trying to keep it high and tight. Festus can get gooned by Slaanesh, but not as much as you would think, because Exalted Heroes of Nurgle will beat the brakes off any of the goons, assuming they're nearby. So, you know, if I do let Festus get isolated and killed, yes. But if I keep his bodyguards around, he should be okay. He should be good. All right, guys. The Plague Lord's blessing is upon us. I'm not like 100% confident in this build, but we'll see how it works out for us. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Army blocker, yes. Got to get this one down. If we can go have a winning record tonight with Nurgle, I'd be happy. That's always a good goal with like these kind of lower tier factions. See if we could discover some niche applications, all that sort of good stuff. All right, so it's go time, baby. Let's party. So we got the Plague Bearers, and I didn't want to deal with 4 horsemen. And Soul Grinders are really good at killing armor too. So I was kind of like, yeah, let's just do that and, you know, have some fun. All right, so we got you, and then 3 and 4. Gonna get those guys out to go, and again, it's a very simple mouth breathy build. And, you know, again, it's often gonna be with Nurgle. So here's the game plan. Can you turn up the volume a bit? I could. It's kind of set for my replays though, to be like at the right spot. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Does the game sound here? Yeah, seems like the game sound's working. Okay. So, oh, you're just trolling me. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, the game plan is to move up to Objective 1, grind, and then fight our way towards Objective 2 with our ranged, is basically it. We got Inkari and the Marquis of Masochism, so really looking to have that SE fight. But homie, I gotta tell you, I am ready to go in the SE fight. I got Festus, I got my heroes, I got my Soul Grinders who can do a little bit of dirty. It's good here. So we are gonna move up. They're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they move up here for sure. And I could be wrong. Maybe my opponent knows some forbidden tech, you know, but I feel like I'm gonna win that SE fight. Nurgle is very good at SE fights, like very good. I'm late. What's the score? We won our first game. So let's turn off Fire at Will and put them in melee mode for now. If they want to come Royal Rumble, that's fine. I'll just go after Inkari. Inkari's so squishy, man. It's like so squishy. We're gonna call in the Festering Stooges here next and have them move up to the back point to secure that. And then we're just gonna kind of grind towards the middle. Okay, so Festering Stooges are 1550. That is pricey. I have Rancid Visitations also, which does a shit ton of damage. We got 7 more units hiding in the bushes. 7 more in the tree line, okay. Festering Stooges, let's get them out. And here they come. Yeah, and they can use their Holy Hand Grenades to shut down the big demons too. Marquis, yeah, I've seen this before. This isn't my first time seeing this style of the double Slaanesh SE to try and goon your SEs, so they're faster and they can isolate you and they hit super hard. But Nurgle hits very hard too. So Fenyas, did you say Festus is a pinata? That's pretty funny actually. All right, so we're just gonna grab the 2 objectives and chill out. And Festering Stooges will get there soon. We see ambushes coming, Chaos Warriors with Hell Scourges, great. So we'll just get the Barons of the Bog over there next, and they'll be fine. So yeah, we also have these Soul Grinders to pop them in the face when they come out of the bushes. So I'm more than happy to play this game. Cultist, nice, yeah. So we're seeing more SEs being brought out, more SEs for the SE God. We'll get those guys ready to roll, and as soon as we see any infantry, we'll just take the shots. All right, so let's get you guys on the point just to cap it. These guys are a little bit behind the times. Okay, so we got the cap going here. We have our 2 characters. I could call in some horsemen. We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe. You gotta love the announcer. He's a true homie. Holy shit, 4 Marauder horsemen on the other side of the map. I'm so glad I brought Soul Grinders, dear God. If I didn't have the Soul Grinders, those things would just have like an absolute field day on me, guys. It would just be pure hell. All right, so we're gonna start ripping some shots just to maximize efficiency here. Call you guys in, get you in to help out in the SE fight. And it looks like we did obstruct ourselves. Is he gonna juke right into my shots? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Hooch set those guys. We're just chilling here. We do have pretty good cap weight. And I think we may have hit that time. No, not quite. Let's move up a little bit. Let's do this. And now the Festering Stooges, we probably would like to have them come over and help out here. Okay, let's do that. You guys can shoot. And we have our 2 heroes getting ready to party. We're going to go after Inkari, and what we're going to do is we're going to overcast the Rancid on Inkari. So we're just going to start wearing down the beast, basically. Because, yeah, that'll do a shit ton of damage, you guys will see. It's very good. Okay, any pressure on the back point? Doesn't look like it. Baron to the Bog are nearby. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a curse going down, so Festus needs to be back in here. Let's get you guys going. Inkari's going for the kill. Ooh, on Big Daddy. All right. Ooh, that's a pretty good little snare there. I like that. That's cool. Let's see if Festus actually ends up taking any damage. All right, so we need to get Festus saved, and now we should be able to, no problem. Plague Bearers are just absorbing the shots, and let's shoot you and you. Inkari definitely got beat up there, and Festus is okay. So let's go after this, keep moving. Side objective looks pretty much under control, and as far as this goes now, we can go ahead and start moving up more Plague Bearers for the Plague Bearer gods, and yeah, those two Exalted Heroes are doing pretty good. Okay, let's go after Inkari here. We can call in the Baron to the Bog, move them up, and help out, and we can get the Plague Bearers moving. Plague Bearers moving. Exalted Heroes taking a little bit of damage, but Festus should be in to help them soon. And yeah, Inkari's definitely taking a big amount of hurt. All right, so now we sound the horn of Gondor here, and you can see Inkari's just in really bad shape. So we just keep switching our mortars onto the different horsemen, and that's going to give us a lot of work. It's already looking pretty bad for my opponent. I could be wrong, but I think we're in good shape here. All right, let's get the Chodes up here. Let's get you guys going. Let's pull you guys back. Back you go. Plague Bears and Plague Bears gather up, and looks like now there's even more fun times coming in. So, alrighty, cool. Let's get some Poison Hounds to come support also. You guys can go after the Seekers of Slaanesh, or let's use your Holy Hand Grenades here. You guys do this, and the Exalted Heroes pull back. Looks like Inkari's back for more, and we have another Rancid Visitation, so we're just going to use that. And cool. You guys go into party. Grenades going off. You guys come out of the trees, and yeah, the Heroes Goon Squad, yeah, we can go after the Cultists now, 100%. All right, how are we looking here? So yeah, we need to keep working on these horsemen. Toads, get in. Let's get the Plague Bearers ready to go. We have the Healing Aura, so we should win that. And you guys keep going, move up, pull the champions back to go help. And overall, we're going to crush them on this fight, like absolutely crush them. All right, horsemen, keep blasted away, and let's call in some Toads. And yeah, my opponent GG's out. It was over. That game was over, and Kari was already dead, like at like 10%. And you know, we won this fight over here. This skirmish fight was massively in our favor. They were all pretty much on death's bed. So, all right. So yeah, ambitious idea for sure. It's something that I played against a lot, so I'm used to that. The more traditional way to play Slaanesh is a super wide army with the lore passive. The game was over. You know, it was over. It was just going to be a long suffering for them, basically, at that point. So, GG, well played. It is. GG, well played. It can be won, I think. Double, too many. Use horses to harass areas on sides. Yes, hard. All right, cool. So let's report that. And now we're going to do a land battle in the meantime. So we'll have a little bit of fun, mix it up, and play some Vampire Coast, which I think would be cool. Beat up Slaanesh to beat around. Yeah, it's a very hard matchup too, I think. It can be won by Slaanesh, though. It honestly can. It's just, it takes a lot of finesse. Like, you have to play really clean, and the Nurgle player can make a ton of mistakes and still win. All right, so that is going to be Slaanesh. Nurgle, in land battle, Nurgle dominates Slaanesh. It's like they have zero chances. Dom gives them a chance because they can play the objectives. How did Inkari take more damage than Festus in the snare engagement? I overcasted a fleshy Rancid Visitations, which does a shit ton of damage. It's like going to do like 30% HP, so... All right, off to a good start. So now what we're gonna do is anybody who wants to join, the lobby's up. It's just called T-Battles, and you just need to join up and yeah, come have some fun, man. We're gonna play a little Vampire Coast. We're gonna hail the mighty, take it back to the old school, man. Land battle time. Hell yeah, dude. I like land battles casually. I think they're very fun casually. At peak tournament play, I have issues with them, like in the you know, things that can happen. But overall, it's fun. How would I have played that if I were Slaanesh? I didn't hate the idea of the build initially. And again, anybody's welcome to join. I have beaten good Nurgle players with Slaanesh before, and it's something more like this. So you do max out on horsemen out of the gates, like hardcore. You kind of have to. And then for the Lord kit, you can go with one of these big, like Inkari is actually totally viable. And you can do Lash and Acquiescence are okay. Witstealer Sword for sure. So Soul Siphon, you cut that. It's a crappy Mortis engine. You definitely always want Blissful Rapture. Harvester of Souls. is okay against demons. You know, it can give you a pretty big heal. So you can keep that for like, you know, like the fringe situation in which it might happen. From here, we'll play our game versus Rat in a Cage, and then I'll get back to that. So, all right, so we're gonna play Coast. Two big demons is too much. You never want to take Nurgle on head on. You have to play the side points. So basically you have your horsemen harassing the side points, and like you're cycle charging with calves and monsters, and you're just running away from the character goon squad. But sometimes if the exalted heroes get out too far, you can give them the business. So, all right. So it looks like Rat in a Cage is going to play Chowie. So let's get our army together and have some fun. The Chowie are here. The Chowies are. What will the Chowie bring? Chihuahuas grumbling out there angrily. It's so weird looking at the land battle screen after playing old Dom for so long. Yeah, so the Chowie will have Deathshriek rockets probably. Is going to be what I would probably expect here. A little bit of that. Okay. One sec, the Chihuahua needs to go outside. Oh, what is this, sweetie? What are you barking at? Scratch that, she's just barking at some random shit. The Chihuahua is tame for now. Alright, so I'm already like really maxed out in the army for reals. Alright, so what lord do we want to bring here? Noctilus is always cool on foot. He's always a pretty safe bet. Celostra is not bad. We can bring you with this and this. Keep that. Keep that. And now we need to find a way to spend the last of our money here. Jeez. So what do Chowie even do? The trains, I guess, is like one of their big party pieces nowadays, huh? All right, good luck, have fun. I'm ready. Let's do it, man. Eat the. I can't believe Turin keeps this Skaven so close to his home. I know it's true. Despite all his rage, he is just a rat in a cage. Dog what dog does. Yeah, we have a Chihuahua Terrier mix, which is like which is like the most wild combination. You know, like Chihuahuas and Terriers both have pretty extreme personalities and many traits that are pretty, you know, can be obnoxious, which we love. But yeah, she definitely has like the worst of Chihuahuas and Terriers, but we love her, of course. Chihuahuas are just they're like flesh hounds in tiny little bodies, you know. It's always kind of felt about them. What's it gonna be? Rat in a Cage. You ready? We still have plenty of time. Our match finished super fast. Not only did we play the game quickly, but our army selection was pretty fast too. I don't think nobody else has finished their matches yet, so we got time. I know. Yeah, I know. We rescued this little goblin, so she, you know. Anna and I always tend to, you know, all the dogs we've had, we've always rescued like the most haggard creatures we could possibly find. So, do you have builds for each faction ready? No, I don't. I make them on the spot typically. Some people do that. I've done it in the past, but I find that they just get outdated with new DLCs, and I have good enough knowledge of this game that I can kind of just throw together builds pretty quickly. They might not be optimized, but they'll be functional. Maltese are like the dread saurians of bacteria-sized dogs. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Chihuahuas definitely have a. Oh yeah, they're little monsters, but we love them. All right, guys. So we're going for the Vampire Coast here, and we are going to do some pirate things. You know, a little bit of piracy against the old Chowie here. Aye, Captain. What I recommend for Chowie in this matchup is to go super wide, like mass Chorf warriors, and just do what dwarves do to Coast and swarm them with armor. But I don't know if my opponent's going to do that. So we got handgun mobs. We got the animated boys hanging out behind them to deal with any armor that gets through. We have a couple of these guys on the sides, which I was going to Vanguard, but I think I'm going to play more conservatively with them and just kind of hang out. We got the Hard Knock Life, and we have a couple cannons, which are just going to sit up on the high ground, some Carronades of Doom. We'll keep the doggos to kind of defend those. Should probably keep one animated Hulk back there to defend them too. Wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so put you in group 7 for now because you're going to be on the cannon squad. Let's do 3 and 4. Keep the dogs in 5. Bloats against Chorfs. The Chorfs have a lot of good sniping. It wouldn't work out too well. I'll have fun to my opponent here, the dreaded rat in a cage. Chihuahuas follow the horned rat. Yeah, our Chihuahua is definitely a goblin. She looks more terrier, but she has like the Chihuahua head. So yeah, dogs are great. I'm allergic to cats, sadly, so I can't really have cats without just suffering 24/7. It's a shame. Cats are pretty funny. All right, so let's move it. I like to move it, move it. Holy shit! What the hell is this? Oh my god, it's like a monster build. Okay, so we're just gonna start cannonballing those things. Oh my god, that is a lot of dudes. All right, so we do have 2 dogs here. Oh shit, I didn't notice that. Okay, so 5 and 6. We'll keep them nearby. We're gonna get our guns in position. The cannons of the coast, the carronades are gonna start going. Just basically dacking down those guys. Oh, those guys are not having a good time. All right, holy shit, that is some punishment right there. All right, so we'll get you guys like so and form ranks with our various gun pieces. Let's start shooting at the Fireborn. Shoot at the Fireborn here. Shoot at the Fireborn. Set the formation to normal. Noctilus will do this. We can go ahead and drop a summon right there to slow them down a little bit. Have you guys do that. Animated Hulks move up, and yeah, now it's time to party. So we got you here. Probably going to be some sort of funny business. Let's get the Morngulls to maybe help ambush here. Get these guns about face, and 2 of our gun units are shut down for now, but one of the big boys is already down for the count, so that's pretty nice for us. All right, let's move in. Noctilus can drop heals wherever needed, but we don't really need any right now, so we're going to go ahead and have you dive in, pull you guys to intercept, have you guys go this way, and basically all the hound pressure is going to be shut down now. So yeah, we'll just intercept there. No problemo. So pretty nasty damage coming in so far. One of our gun units in trouble, but Noctilus is going to come over and help. Honestly, not really any Pit of Shades targets, to be fair. There's just not really a lot that's worth hitting with the Pit of Shades. Let's call you guys here, have you guys keep chasing. The guns are doing nasty damage. Really, again, no pit targets. It was a very strange build. It was like mostly SE. All right, so let's get the cannons to start shooting at the big man. Oh, it's Drazho at the Ashen. Okay, so it's the big dude. He needs some buffs for sure. I think there's a lot of cool things you could do with him. Okay, so let's move up and do that and have the doggos. We can take the doggos to go actually attack these guys. Get these guns about face to start shooting at them. Guns, guns, and guns. Get them all fixed on the target. See what we can do. And we can drop an invo. I suppose over here. We had some heavy fighting there, so that wouldn't be the worst invo target. All right, you guys go chase here. Cannon is, doing its thing, but should be shut down for now. So I think we have a bit of a value lead on our opponent, to say the least. Just a little bit. Oh, yeah, Vampire Coast Gunpowder, baby. Nothing like it. Oh, it's so fun. I love playing Coast. For better or for worse. Hey, that was a good play. That little Flames of Asgore there. That was nice. All right. So Homeboy's on the run. We have another gun unit, so let's shoot here. Morngulls, they can just go and hunt these guys down, although I think the zombies are going to get that. Big man's just getting blasted out of the sky here. And yes, finish them. That was pretty brutal, dude. That was pretty brutal. Oh, man. Indeed. But with... All right, guys. It would appear something got lit up. Yeah, no, that's true. We definitely did some damage there. All right, so let me see how far we are in the round. Fidel says LOL. 3K lead. Yeah, it was a gun line, Your build, the build you basically brought was like just countered by my build. It was just, and that can happen in land battle, right? Like if I had gone with like a crab melee rush like I originally was going to do, I could have actually lost that game. But due to the fact that I prepared for, a rush monster build and played kind of defensive, my opponent got smoked. And and again, a lot of that is more of a thing in land battle sometimes. And that's what separates the lower, like really high level land battle players. That will happen to them less often. They'll be more like consistent with their builds not getting just countered on the load in. Yeah, it was a fast game. Let's see. Checking here to see. So we started at what, 6:45. Yeah, we still probably have enough time for one more. We got Hadri's in here now. Perfect. So we're gonna do a small map just so this one doesn't drag on, because Hadri's and I will have quite a duel. So he's gonna go Dark Elves. I am gonna go with Dark Elves versus, who do we feel like playing? I don't feel like playing Cathay or anything. Ogres are obviously pretty lame. Vampire counts are just too much misery. Oh, Demons of Chaos, dude. Hell yeah, let's go. It's time for the Demons of Chaos, Hadris. You've wronged me one too many times. Okay. Hell yeah, let's go, dude. Oh yeah, this build's gonna be so haggard, but it might work. I don't know. You never know with builds like this. Sometimes they can get it done. Sometimes they can get it done. All right, so let's get you. Where are we at? Okay, this is pretty rad. Let's get that, and then we can also get the, how much does that cost? It's pretty wins intensive, isn't it? Oh, this build's fun. This is a fun build so far. It could just get eviscerated. I could be on the receiving end of what happened last game. But hopefully that won't be the case. Okay, so we got you guys. And we have a little bit of money left to spend. Don't know what to spend it on. Find out on today's episode. And just, I guess, slap chevrons on the last of these units. Oh, maybe there's other units I could use them. All right, cool. Good luck, have fun, Hadries. Let's do it, man. Let's see how this goes. Let's see where the cookie crumbles here. Kislev. Kislev is very strong. They're very strong. I don't know about Kislev's current state of like land battle, if they're like super meta or anything like that. Hadries must have won his game pretty quickly. Let's see, did he win? Yeah, he beat Scrambled Egg Special. Hadries definitely one of the favorites to win these tournaments. He's very good. He's very good. One of the best in the world when he's really trying. So we still have, what, 6 games to be played? Yeah, okay. Well, we're on Pillar of Bone, so it should be fine. Let's go late night Warhammering. Yeah, we'll have an earlier streams in the next few days. I don't know what. Maybe an Age of Empire stream and then another Total War stream or something. I'm thinking of doing like a more traditional like bracketed tournament instead of Swiss. Yeah, Coast is fun. Coast is better in land battle, I feel. And Dom, they were really good, and then the Undead nerfs hit him pretty hard. But Undead needed nerfs. They were just like OP as hell. Like Counts and Coast were just like dominating. All right, guys. This is my dreaded build. It's the Plague Bearer frontline. Okay. Shit, I didn't bring the right spells for this though. Oh well. Kind of screwed up part of the build. So we got the Plague Bearers of Doom. Okay. And they are going to be backed up by Slanesh Prince, who's going to be casting some foul magic. We can hang here, and then we get you guys on the other side, ready to hang out. We got a couple Seekers, and then we have some Popcorn Bandits in the back to shoot. It's purple Ogre. Dude, Demons of Chaos are really fun, actually. And in the patch notes that I'm submitting to CA, like bouncing suggestions, Demons of Chaos are going to get a lot of nice little buffs. Like it's mainly just cost reductions on the core units, on the whatever the hell those things are called. Like Bloodletters. Like Plague Bearers are good at 700. The other demons should cost 700 too. And then they would be more viable for sure. Turin, would you ever hardcore WoW? How many of you guys would actually be interested in watching that? Like a hardcore WoW stream? I was pretty good back in the day, but it's been a long time. Hadries with a very mobile build. Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening indeed. All right, so let's move up and let's see what happens here. Yeah, so we're gonna eat a lot of damage on the approach. Oh god, it's Malice Darkblade, dude. How do we deal with the Dark Lord Malice, huh? All right, so we need to move up. Keep the Slanesh Lord back because he's very, very squishy. Keep you guys ready to party. Pull you back, maybe. Nah. Somebody's got to eat those arrows to the face. Might as well be you guys, right? All right, so we got the pinks. We got the pinks here. Do this. Thankfully, we have our Walmart Demon Archers. And they can do some respectable damage, too. You can see they return the favor pretty well. All right, so let's kind of proc a little bit of an ambush here. And just kind of cruise around with our demon and just keep moving up. Let's do this. Pull you back over here. Little guys did pretty great. And now we got Plague Bearers getting ready to move in. The Crestling can go ahead and do this. And we can pull the Seekers in to rear charge those and get the Fleshhounds to screen, which is going to be pretty devastating. So we're going to wipe out like one unit pretty quick here. Most likely. Yeah, so that unit is just crushed. See, like Demons of Chaos have some cool techs, man. They got some really fun stuff for sure. Let's start shooting the big beastie. Keep the Plague Bearers all here. Keep these Seekers back. These Fleshhounds are going to be cackling, and that one unit is basically eviscerated, so that's good. All right, so the big demon getting shot. Hardcore. I would do like hardcore WoW with PvP servers, and you guys could see me just getting bald and angry as I play. That would be the true way. Okay, let's do this. Did he just Buna those? Oh shit, yeah, he did. The evil laughter it haunts our dreams. All right, so we're still getting a little bit of poke here. These guys are going to pull out this way, and then we just want to move you up and continue putting some hurt down with our little popcorn bandits. Our Caress Lord we need to be careful with. Plague Bearer can move up. You go here. You guys go out there. And we did get Bunit into the Shadow Realm. So we paid the price. Is there anything I could rampage here? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Just going to continue getting pounded by all those missiles. Oh! Freebie over here, though. Not free, but, you know, it's still something. All right, keep the Daka down. Keep the Plague Bears going. Keep shooting. Malice is going to be a problem, too, when he decides to come back eventually. We do have Acquiescence, but not going to be super necessary. Hadri's probably saving up for the Buna again, I would wager. Doggies. Where do we want the dogs? Who let the dogs out? I don't know. We kind of did. We have the Pavane of Slanesh, so got to watch out for that. Okay, there's another volley. We could rampage those guys. I might actually try it. Like to rampage them to their doom. Did we get the cast off? We did. All right, great. So that's going to be one less one that we have to deal with. Let's get these guys to come across and chase here. So those guys are going to be rampaged, hopefully. Yes. Let's get the Plague Bears moving up, and the dogs can move up here. You guys move up, and we can get some of the Screamers to come help also against these. Now we can kind of sound the horn of Gondor a little bit, right? All right, so let's cast a little Acquiescence on them. Plague Bears hanging in there. Fleshhounds have gotten their sweet nibbles on. And now we're going to commit to the fight a little bit heavier. All right, Seekers around the side. Hopefully the ho-ho-ho laughter will calm down here in a minute. Screamers do their thing. You guys keep shooting. Let's go after the caster here if we can. Fleshhounds and Plague Bears still doing it pretty good. Let's get you guys back. Get you guys through this. Little Popcorn Bandits need to run away. Get you guys around the back. And yeah, hopefully we can get these. He's running into the trees. Dreaded land battle trees. We'll see what we can do here. We do have a Narcissism, which is going to be very good. So that's going to just snare those guys in place, and then they're going to die to my cavalry. So, outstanding. Screamers, get down. Help out here. And Popcorn Bandits, you guys shoot here. And we did wipe out one unit here. So that crossbow unit's going to pay the price. Is that a Charybdis? What the hell is that thing? I don't even know if that is a Charybdis. All right, demons are still scrapping. Will I play Space Marine 2? No, probably not. Those kind of games don't really interest me too much. Yeah, it's pretty lucky that we got the Narcissism. That's a really good one. And Screamer's getting wrecked a little bit, huh? Uh-oh, the maniacal laughter is one-shotting our good unit. Oh no. Feels bad, but it's the nature of the beast, guys. Both armies pretty tattered. I would say that he's a little bit ahead. You know, we do have the big demon, but he's got a Charybdis, which is going to be an unholy beast against us. Unstable binding on our Seeker sucks. That sucks pretty bad. So we need to get away from the Charybdis. We don't want any of that milk, that's for sure. Let's get you guys back. We have the double Plague Bear in the front. That's pretty much like most of the magic we're going to have to deal with. But this has been a really good game so far. He's definitely ahead. But it's been a good scrap. It's been a good scrap. Should have expected more kiting and more shooting, probably. I don't know how we can possibly kill Malice. It's going to be hard. Maybe we just got to get him to transform right now. Like, try our best to do that. Move you out and move the Plague Bears over here to go fight these guys. Little Popcorn Bandits keep weaseling away. Oh, did we actually just get the Malice transformation? We did. Okay, that's nice. All right, so let's prop this. It is the dreaded Sea Beast, dude. The Bunas were devastating on my Seekers. That was definitely the worst. All right, Plague Bears up in the front, duking it out. We do have anti-large little helpers nearby. Malice kind of getting smacked by the Slanesh Prince. He does have his big Pimp Claws, and I believe has anti-large. Screamers, I don't know why they fled the scene, but they need to land here real quick. Like, come on, Screamers, come on, get in there. All right, flee the city. It is not safe. That's right, Malice. Oh yeah, that's right. You could just kind of abuse how Malice disintegrates in this land battle situation too. Yeah, it's pretty big. All right, let's see if we can get back up in the sky. If the Charybdis can go down to those, and maybe I can keep this guy alive. Maybe there's something. But we need to try and get up in the sky here, like run through our units. Okay, Charybdis is getting owned. Malice is going to disintegrate into the Shadow Realm, though. As long as my demon can live, I might actually have a chance here. All right, let's do that. Debuff his stats a little bit. Get the big beastie through. Malice is caught on the Plague Bears. Still have 64 Plague Bears duking it out right there. Unfortunately, I'm going to get army lost, but really, I think I have a chance here. Yeah, that's a shame because we still have a lot of stopping power, and Malice is slowly dying too. Yeah, GG, well played though. It was a good match, really good match. That was actually fun. Like I think with the different lord, the Slanesh Prince didn't feel too good. Maybe a Nurgle caster, but then that melee attack buff on your whole roster is sick. You'd probably have to do like a big rush. Like maybe like 4 Fleshhounds, 4 Seekers, and then just like a huge melee rush against a build like this. GG. GG, Hadri's. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's refresh this, see how our round's looking. The dreaded Demons of Chaos guys. They were not able to get it done. Fun faction though, man. Really fun. All right, we're ready for the next round. Everybody is done. Let me make sure there's no admin stuff. I've not been tagged. So let's advance. GG Hadri's, great game, man. It's really fun. Hope to run into you in the tournament too. And we got Subutai. Oh yeah, buddy. We got one of our training partners. Cool. Okay, so let's get Subutai in here. Next round is live. Next round's live, folks. Okay. And I think he's playing Cathay, which is very strong. So we need to hope we have a good map that isn't open or choke point focused. So what is it gonna look like? We have the Proving Grounds. Okay, that's an interesting one. It's not a bad one. Proving Grounds. I'm pretty sure he's playing Grand Cathay. I'm like very certain. Ogre's being banned. I'm surprised he didn't play Beastmen though. Is he playing Bretonia? Yes. Oh man, he's playing Warhammer China, I think. Well, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough indeed. He says the map is scary. Yeah, this one's a little scarier. Grand Cathay can't just kind of sit and chortle and laugh on this one. They're gonna have to do a little sneaky, so. All right, so let's get you, pop this, and pop this. Could still be in some danger though. We gotta put some respect on Grand Cathay's name here. All right, let's get the blocker up. So that's what we always start with, is the two Exalted Heroes are so good. They're so good. Against Grand Cathay too, they can definitely take on some of the dragons. They can do a lot of work against the dragon folk. So probably, I suspect is Zhao Ming from Subutai. He loves Zhao Ming. He uses them a lot. So I think that will be the problem we gotta deal with here. Okay, let's do that. And then we're gonna need some of you guys. Crowmen are just disgusting though. They wreck all your mobility. They'll kill your hounds, they'll kill your plague toads. Although I think a plague toad would win head to head. Not against the ROR one though. The ROR one is really scary. Lord choices here are interesting. Trying to think what we would want to do Lord choice wise. The Demon Prince is always like the power fantasy, but he's just probably not the way. Okay, so let's get you and you. Yes. I'm digging it. No, I'm done with the... There you go, Hadri's. Yeah, there you go, man. Chosen would be sick, but the problem is Grand Cathay can really put some hurt on him with magic. I'm not feeling like super, like I'm paying the best attention tonight either, so... Ooh, I'm a little bit nervous about trying to dodge with elite units. How about Chaos Knights in this matchup? Chaos Knights versus Grand Cathay. Yeah, I don't know. Feels a little weird. Feels like it could be like a throw, you know? Feels like it could be a little bit of a throw. Plague Bearers get shot by bows. The R one-shot one of my bloodletters. I cried. Yeah, I know. They're so nasty, Pone. They just need a cost increase. The ones that the basic Crowmen probably need like 50 gold cost increase, and then the ROR needs to cost like have the damage halved on its grenades, like halved. Like it's just really gross how good that is. Yeah, it's incredibly foul. I don't know what Subutai likes to use. I do not know what like his Grand Cathay playstyle. What does he do? The Celestial General is like all the hotness right now. People are having a good time with him. You know, it's which is not a bad idea. He can definitely get the job done. Cathay's heroes, we got to watch out for the Cathay magic intensity build, which is where they get those like the big final transmutation nuking platform, and then they just go bananas. You really got to watch out for that. That can just ruin your day. All right, so toads, rotflies are terrible here because crowmen. Oh yeah, dude. Allied, I'm gonna be playing the Age of Empires 4 expansion hard in the paint, dude. It looks really fun. It looks really fun. All right, we're gonna live a little adventurous on some things. We're gonna have some fun. Okay. And we got 500 Gs left. Yeah, the Crowmen really changed the dynamic of this matchup. Although this map is good for us. So there's a couple of variables going in either direction, I would say. A couple nice ones. Okay. You brought one like kind of fun unit, which could be really good. Yeah, no, you got to watch out for the big nuke. It's really easy to do too. Like Nurgle is always going to blob up. Like it's really hard to resist it. So I suspect that we'll be running into that at some point, which will be scary indeed. But they can only really like do it in one spot, you know. So as long as you don't put too many marbles in your basket, you know, I think you'll be all right. Yeah, Jade Warriors are also a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. They're annoying. Shielded Chaos Warriors feel like they could be a nice addition to the builds as like a secondary call-in to just get up and like anchor a point, because they're really, really tough to bring down with super high melee defense. And so that would be 650 plus 175 would put me at 825. Just doing some big potato math. Hey, thank you for becoming a channel member. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the Cathay Magic Nuke, we gotta put some big respect on that. It's scary. I wonder like what other lords could be good. Like I always wonder if like a Great Unclean one. Cathay shooting is pretty damn solid though, but Great Unclean ones are menaces. I mean, they can Mortis Engine off objectives super, super hard. So that's something cool to think about. Zhao Ming can do a little bit of bullying, but I find that he misses most of his attacks anyway, so I'm not too worried about him outside of his healing and us trying to like kill him and things like that. Yeah, so that's kind of the game plan. All right, so let's grab you, grab this, and grab that. And I think we are good to go. Yeah, this build's pretty simplistic. It's pretty simplistic, but I think it could work. Good luck, have fun here to old Subutai. Let's see what he's got. I'm gonna switch you up at the last second. Make some audibles here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's a better build. All right. He's ready. The exact same time, dude. He was just waiting. Hey, thank you, Misha. Hope you're doing well. Chaos Warriors. Yeah, I mean, Jades don't win fights, but they hold and allow everything else to win. Is kind of the philosophy of Cathay. If Jade Warriors were dominating frontline fights, we would be in big danger in the meta. Exalted Heroes with the healing buff would negate? No, not as much as you would think. The damage is insane. Like, and you don't want to have to like use your healing unless you're really like, you know, it's going to get you closer to healing cap. It's getting caught. If I get caught in one of those big nukes, I basically just lose. Like if I have my two heroes and Festus get caught in a big nuke like that, I'm pretty sure I just lose the game. So we cannot have that. We cannot have that. Yeah, we got to be careful. I've won this matchup before using double Soul Grinder. That's always been kind of my go-to, is to use them to kill archers and stuff. But we're using a bit of a different philosophy here, and we'll see how it works out. Fallon, thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the Dukes of Haggard, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Lots of fun stuff on the horizon. Couple weeks until the old Age of Empires expansion, and of course we're getting day by day closer to the Thrones of Decay. But yeah, we just went with like an old school badass armor build, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Gotta watch out for the dreaded dragons. Subutai has a wide build, which makes me think he's probably got the Celestial General guy with like a mass magic spam build. All right. So what do we got here? We got you. Got you. Have you there. You here. Old Sawbones provides. So scary, dude. The Nurgle guys are just so scary. Alright, so these guys can be in group 1. They're going to move up through the trees, and then these guys can do a little bit of a covert ops on the other side. And that's pretty much it. That is a glorious beard, Thalen. It really is. Somebody in chat noticed it. I'm like, God damn. It's impressive stuff. I went with the Rancid. So if they have like alchemists and Wu-Jings and drums and shit, I have something to snipe them with, so. Warriors of Nurgle. So cool, dude. I'm painting some Nurgle warriors. My tabletop warband is the armor is not like this. It's I have like white armor. So my Nurgle warriors have like white like pearl white armor on, and they have like green like rot stains on the armor. It's pretty cool looking. I like the scheme. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me for sure. So we got Zhao Ming with the Zhanggu War Drum, and Zhao Ming is just impossible to kill. Takes like a million years to finish off, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, archers, Iron Hill gunners, a couple other funny things. We did bring Chaos Knights just because they're cool. Rule of cool trumps all sometimes. Let's get some Chaos Warriors up to the middle. We're gonna try for a triple cap out of the gates here. I could go do a little bit of harass here. This side point should be free for us. And then we can just collapse on the middle with these two. So he can come up here. Nurgle, you know, it takes some time to get up to the point. It takes some sweet time. The crossbows, they're peasant archers. They shouldn't be too devastating for us. Iron Hill Gunners are the ones we need to watch out for. Those guys are the beasts. They will absolutely wreck us in combat if we're not careful, so. Okay, so let's move out here. Move out here. And it looks like he's going anime form. You guys can move up this way. Start heading over to the objective. And Festus, Festus should be fine. He could get sniped by the archers, I suppose. But we want him, like, on the objective. It doesn't look like this is a build that's doing the magic cheese. So I think we're going to be A-okay there. 2, and we can do this like so. Like so, like so. And then we can go ahead and get another shielded warrior and bring them up here. Okay, objective's going to be opening up soon. Let's go get these guys to start just bully beatdowning them. These guys are going to hang here, and now we can move there. Cool. Just got to watch out for that sweet, sweet Iron Hill Gunner fire. That is what every Chaos Warrior has nightmares about at night. Zhao Ming won't do too much against these guys, in my experience. Let's like get them out of their blob, and you can already see the Exalted Heroes are doing some work. We might need to find a way to charge those Iron Hills or just get back, and I think we're just going to retreat back for now. Iron Hills tend to have trouble shooting into blobs, so I'm hoping that we can wrestle this objective somehow. I don't know if pushing all 3 objectives is smart here, but it kind of feels like it is. And now we can go ahead and get you, get some Hound units coming up through the middle, and we can go ahead and get our heroes getting ready to party. The Chaos Warriors should start winning some of these grinds for sure. All right, so Festus is in. The Zhangu War Drum is in business, and looks like that objective has been caught. Let's get another Hound unit, move it up and through. And the Chaos Warriors are in relatively good fights. So far, we haven't been Iron Hailed yet, which is a big win for us. Oh, speak of the devil, and it shall come, right? Okay, we need to get on those Iron Hills like stat. Well, they need to pay the price. A little bit of shooting going down here, but we're going to come across with our Houndos and hopefully get some good engagements. Nurglings are going to creep around the back. And yeah, we've effectively chased down 1 Iron Hail Gunner unit, and the other one's going to get taken down by these guys. And hopefully the Chaos Warrior grind will really start to, you know, add up here in time. Not too much to do with the Rancids, unfortunately. So we do have some heavy cavalry here, so let's pull back, get these guys up and move them through. And 1 Iron Hail Gunner is down for the count, so we just need to make sure they stay down for the count. And you guys can keep creeping. Have you guys go after the spears here. And we still have not been able to get this objective yet. But the Chaos Warriors, unfortunately, getting pushed back a little bit. We do have a Rancid, but yeah, I mean, I wonder like how Rancid will do against these Iron Hills here. Let's try it out. It's not something I try terribly often here. All right. So Chaos Warriors, let's get them up on the point. Objectives still haven't like changed hands yet, so let's go over there and have you guys come over here. The Festus Goon Squad, we're going to get bombarded here really hard. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt bad. All right, so Chaos Warriors move up, fight those guys. The Crowmen Bombard is nasty. Let's sweep around the side, see if we can find them, pull you guys back up here, and these guys can get back. Chaos Warriors are bumping and grinding. We could go after the big man. Let's go after the Zhangu War Drum. I think that's going to be the way. And we do get 1 unit on top, but unfortunately the Crowmen are right on top of them, so you can see they have that tool for really slowing our roll now. But the value trading is somewhat close. I don't really have a lot of healing, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. So we do get back there, but those things are still in line. These Hounds can get back in the bushes here. Nurgling's doing their thing, and let's push over with some warriors and then replenish this point here with these guys. All right, up you go. There you go. All right, boys. So Festus healing. Let's keep it going. He's going to want to heal himself here. Make sure he lives. And the Zhangu War Drum is slowly dying. It's being killed by the 2 big boys. Festus needs to just waddle away and basically be kind of annoying. And we need to start calling in Toads, although the Chaos Warriors here are doing good. They're actually starting to trade, and ammunition's going to become a variable too for my opponent here soon. Yeah, Festus is just being a Chad. He's just doing great. All right, let's come back and protect our boy. Although he's not like in a position where he probably needs a lot of protection, but you know, he's doing pretty good. And we don't see any points on the board for Grand Cathay yet, which is a huge win for us. All right, so Toads, let's get Toads up. As long as I don't like lose my lord to some stupid shit. I find that Zhao Ming like always misses. So maybe we just got to beat him down twice. Yeah, this guy, how is he so trapped in there? Jeez. All right, let's pop Fecundity in there. What the hell is even hurting this Exalted Hero? I don't even know how he's taking damage, man. All right, so these guys are going to creep through. These Chaos Warriors have done some good work, and these Hounds are back. I don't know if my opponent will notice them. Good cast there by your boy. And yeah, let's get you coming over as well to make sure we maintain on this point. 2 heroes can move in, and that Zhangu War Drum is sitting like just out of range, which is pretty trolly. All right, let's come here. And the Toads have arrived, so that's going to give us some nice damage against these Jade Lancers, actually. We can start working on them. I mean, the Iron Hail Gunners aren't even really shooting. You know, they're kind of just hanging out. Let's move you guys through. How are we looking on the side here? We do have these guys and these hounds waiting in the bushes. Let's get you guys up on the point here. Yeah, Festus is unfortunately taking some work, so we're going to get the Toads on the big dragon. I think we need to get the heroes like onto the other thing there, yeah, if we can. All right, so the hounds did get on one Iron Hail Gunner, which is outstanding. And let's get more Toads coming in. Yes, Toads for the Toad God. And just kind of keep bogging down this Cathay army. We can go ahead and get a Rancid to finish off that Zhanggu War Drum. I think it will. And just keep Festus nearby and healing. These Exalted Heroes are butchering these Jade Lancers, but yeah, we need to kill the War Drum. It's letting his army stay in fight far longer than it has any right to. All right, any units we want to call in here? Yeah, we got some more Toads. Let's send them up. Toads for the Toad Throne. And the War Drum just barely lives with like literally no HP. We got to watch out for Iron Hills though. They're going to start putting some hurt on us here. The Nurgle's holding on to the point. Grand Cathay's grinding well, which is not comforting. But we have a lot of dudes coming up, and those Iron Hail Gunners are not necessarily shooting, which is good. So let's come around the side here, do this, have you guys press that point, you guys press here. And come on, guys, get back here. Dr. Festus is taking it like a champ, but you know, it's not his favorite pastime, that's for sure. Okay, looks like the side point's going to be pressed now, so let's get some Nurglings up. Make sure that's safe. And yeah, the Nurgle Death Star is going. A fair amount of shooting in here. How are the Iron Hails, or our champions? Okay, they're coming back now, good. We need to get them back by Festus so they can actually heal up. Mortis Engine doesn't really have any applications here. Chaos Knights could be cool, but you know, they're like the last thing we want to summon. All right, Festy, let's get it going. Zhao Ming in dragon form is going to be very, very tough to kill. The Toadlings still doing it. Do we have any unsummons we want to do? We do have these guys, so let's get those around the side, and you guys can go and move up here, move up here. Let's unsummon you guys, get some clean units back in the mix. And yeah, do we just kill Zhao Ming twice over and just call it a day? I mean, that could absolutely be the way we do this. The side point still hasn't been taken by Grand Cathay, so they're not even on the board yet, but they are up on value pretty heavily against us. Let's pull these Toads back. There's no sense in them dying randomly here. All right, Festus, you keep healing the boys. You go around there, and we have the Nurglings heading up here. Chaos Knights, yeah, it'll be fine. They'll give us some flank pressure and things like that. So Iron Hail Gunners are still having obstruction issues. Let's pull these Toads over, and we do get those archers offline. Side point, let's move it over here. I would like to get another Zhanggu War Drum. Ooh, Festus better be careful. He's got to waddle back here. Because we're about to trigger the full health cheese buff on this big boy. Let's get that War Drum down. Need to finish it. We don't have too many other ways. Nurglings have gotten that, and now we can call out some Chad Chaos Knights just because, you know, we need things to make sure we don't lose points. So, how are we looking on the point? Yeah, we still have a fair amount of warriors, but the Iron Hail Gunners have been shooting for a long-ass time, which is not good. So we need to just, like, hustle over there and shut them down, if possible. Very much a Nurgle game, though. Very much a Nurgle game. If we could break Zhao Ming, that'd be even better. All right, so we're going to do this. This objective is being held. We have the Chaos Knights coming, and what else can we send over there? We have some Marauders. Let's get those guys moving. These guys go up the side, and Festus and company, yeah, we still have the cap weight. Let's switch to a Mortis Engine here and just start draining down this entire blob worth of units. Some of the Toads have gotten towards the backfield, so the Iron Hail Gunners have paid a little bit of a price. That is a lot of pressure coming in here. We'll keep these Chaos Knights in the trees to kind of make us look, you know, play a little bit of possum here. And how are we going to hold the middle, though, is the question. We're just so tattered. I mean, I guess Subutai is pretty tattered as well. Yeah, we need to get on the Iron Hails. They're really the only thing that can effectively kill us, right? All right, so over here, how are we looking? Chaos Knights waiting in the bushes. What Collins do we have here? Yeah, just Toads and Horsemen at this point. So I need to get some of the Chaos Warriors unsummoned. Get them back in the field. Mortis Engine doing great. Let's go ahead and just concave in towards this position and just get on the Iron Hail Gunners. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the Chad Chaos Knights need to salvage this. We can't lose this side. So we need you guys to just get up there, take control of this. Rot, Glorious Rot. Wouldn't be terrible over here. Let's see what we can do. And we can go after the big man. He's getting hit. The Mortis Engine's now hitting everything, which is great. What Collins can we get here? Do we have anything good? Yeah, Toads and Hounds. Sure, why not? Let's get you guys up. Unsummons going down on both sides. Okay, the OP heal is proc. So now, you know, what you see is what you get. Chaos Knights on the other side are going to win this. They're pretty Giga Chad. So I don't think I have to worry about losing that side point. We could lose Festus here, though. So I need to keep your boy Festus, get the healing elixirs back on. The middle has been flipped. We are in single cap territory now. So maybe we just start playing the 1 point and then go for a back cap. I think we've lost it. Shit. That middle just folded up. That heal is so crazy. Yeah, Zhao Ming's at like 3,000 healing right now. Okay, so we're going to just Helm's Deep down on the side point here and just try ninja points wherever we can. And hopefully some of our Exalted boys can escape and we can just like maneuver over to the side point. God damn, that heal is so crazy. Okay, so Toads and Toads. And let's call you in also. Get Toads coming. And if we can salvage like some of the heroes, I'm going to be very happy. But Festus is going to get hunted into the Shadow Realm for sure. There's no saving him there. And we do win this fight on this side. The value is actually kind of close. The Cathay army is not in amazing shape either. All right, let's unsummon you. Oh, God, they keep breaking before I can unsummon them, which sucks. All right, Houndos, you guys do it. We got Chaos Knights here ready to bully these Peasant Archers. And we do get one guy away. The heal is currently basically bugged. It's supposed to only proc once, but it procs twice. It's very good. All right, so let's get the Chaos Knights moving up and just feast on this part of the army while we can, take any freebies. Oh, yeah, he lived too. That's actually really big. That's incredibly nice. All right, so let's get on these Peasant Archers. Have you do the same thing. Festus is going to die, but we're just going to resummon him. All right, so Chaos Knights, you do you. Hopefully they can kill those Crowmen. And we got the Toads. So the Toads need to be ready to meet here. What call-ins do we have? Yeah, not too much of quality, unfortunately, just mainly Toads. Toads for the Toad God, but Grand Cathay could lose their side objective if they don't pay attention here. We could totally jack this side point. All right. So we basically have butchered that force. He called in the drum again. Interesting. All right, so we got the dreaded Zhanggu War Drum once again back in the field. Let's cut you out. We got the Toads at the ready, General. So let's get you guys in. A fair amount of shooting. Those Iron Hails have been very resilient this game. They've just been able to find a way to live like non-stop, which sucks. Chaos Knights can battle the Jade Lancers. It's fine. Let's get you guys heading over. Those are just Peasant Archers. So can we find a way to cheese this somehow? Maybe, maybe, maybe. All right, let's call some of you guys in. Move you up. That Exalted hero is trying his best, but he's in a little bit of danger here. All right, so let's get these Hounds like under. One Iron Hail Gunner is going to go offline here, which is nice. So that means there's going to be a little bit less stopping power. Let's do this. Pull the Chaos Knights away. Now we can engage in the front. Engage in the front here. You guys come around the side. Nurglings can kind of threaten the cap here. And then we come under and try and shut down some of the guns. All right, we need these Chaos Knights to live. They were pretty good earlier, actually, to be honest. They were quite nice. All right, do we have more Marauders? We do in a second. Cool. So the Marauders will hopefully do it. Great Weapons move in. Great Weapons move in. Hound units go shut down those Iron Hail Gunners. Yes, and you guys move up to the point. Call the Chaos Knights back. And how are we looking here? It's a little bit wild. So those are just Peasant Horsemen, I guess. Nurglings have made it up onto the point. They're going to get wrecked by those Onyx Crowmen, though, so maybe we just run them away. We need to just hold on to this point for as long as we can, because we do easily win on one. It's going to take a long time, but we definitely will win on 1 point here. And if the Cathay army gets spread out, that gives us like better chances of winning. So, all right, so we got some Chaos Warriors in the back pocket. This guy, this big Chad, is still doing his thing, so we're going to like try and save him. And then we resummon Festus, who should be about ready, unless he's... No, he's still on the battlefield. He's just shattered. That sucks. That's pretty bad for us. All right, Chaos Knights, come back in. Wreck these guys. The Cathay army here actually looks to be having some problems. The Iron Hail Gunners... How the hell are they not dead? Is it the drum? Is the drum nearby? No, the drum's over there. Okay, I don't know how that's happening. That's really weird. Okay, Iron Hail Gunner. Let's get you on the middle. Call in some Marauder Horsemen out of this point. All right, we could do Chaos Warriors too. I think like ninjaing objectives is probably better for us here. All right, so Chaos Knights can loop around the side. Let's get these Toads back to the point, and you guys need to move up. Okay, let's go. We need to get these Archers shut down if possible. We do have a lot of Toads and company moving here. The Exalted Hero, the other one, needs to get up on this point too. And let's see what we can do. All right, so let's get these Archers. We got the Great Opens up on the point with the Jade Warriors. Hopefully they'll trade well. Chaos Knights need to just be a pain. And how are we looking here in the middle? Looks like we have an opportunity to maybe do a little bit of stealing. I do not know how those guys broke, though. That was really unfortunate. All right, Fecundity. From here, we got some Horsemen. Let's call the Horsemen in. Get them up on the point for cap weight, and hopefully they can hold. All right, Horsemen running away. We do not want any of that business. So let's have you guys fight these Jade Lancers. You guys keep going. Pull these Horsemen back. These guys need to get back on the objective and fight. Chaos Knight's doing great. They're just like breaking shit. They're like Limp Bizkitting right now. Unfortunately, that is a Zhanggu War Drum, which is going to be very frightening. Ninjing on the side is always an option, so we're going to like kind of put a little bit of pressure on that. Call these Great Weapons up again. Move you guys back this way. Chaos Knights are still just being absolute raid bosses, and let's go ahead and slow down these Jade Lancers and get a big hammering charge right here. All right, you guys do your thing. You guys keep fighting. We do have some hounds on the side who could come in. Unfortunately, the other Exalted Hero is just straight up broken and gone. We could start working on Zhao. But overall, I think we need to get our horsemen and make sure they don't just randomly die on the map like that just happened to me. All right, you guys come up. Damn, Festus being shattered was a bit of a setback for sure. That was really crappy. All right, let's get you. We're approaching the win, but it's still going to be a couple minutes. I don't think we can hold that long, honestly. Grand Cathay is just, with Zhao being that healthy, it's going to be hard. Okay, what do we get on this side? Do we have anything fun? We have some Chaos Warriors. All right, Chaos Warriors, go. Nurglings, go. Get up on the point. I think we have one Exalted Hero left, just one. He's trying his best. You know, he's trying hard and getting far, but not quite getting there in the end. Oh, Zhao Ming is such a raid boss. That heal is so stupid. All right, let's get you away. Let's see if we can waddle, dude. I think we're out of steam. I mean, what could we have done really differently in terms of the builds? Maybe we don't waste time trying to kill Zhao Ming. They just kind of ignore that. Did my horsemen just shatter? Oh, shit, they did. No, they're still here. Okay, I was like, wait a second. Those guys shattered? How dare they? How could they? So what's that call in there? It's going to be Iron Hail Gunners. So we're just going to slow them down, keep them from getting to the battlefield. So maybe we can ninja this cap. Couple horsemen cruising over, cruising for a bruising. Toads, let's call in Toads. Yes. And see if we can ninja the point. Maybe we'll have a little bit of play over here. We can have you just fight those peasants. And the Zhanggu War Drum is far on the other side. They are far. Those archers are doing us a little bit of hurt. We do get caught again. I've been slipping up with my... oh, those are crowmen. Okay, never mind. I don't feel bad about getting caught then. The crowmen are very swift. All right, we need to get you cap weights over here. So let's get you guys up on the point and get you guys on the point too. All right, so maybe they'll come back. We have the Exalted Hero. He's going to like keep this point like in play a little bit, you know, just like keep grinding over here and maybe give us an opportunity to do something. Calling the hero here, the doggos, see if they can do that. And it looks like we're going to flip it, I think. The Chaos Warriors will definitely be a menace. We need to get like all the way up on the point with all you guys. All right. Horsemen are gone, but the cap weight does come to us. Chaos Warriors are going to definitely butcher through a lot of these units, but it's going to take some time. Hey, Garo, thank you for the donation. I'll get to it as soon as I can here. I gotta focus because we're in crunch time right now. God, Crowman and that Zhao Ming heal is so nasty. All right, so we do flip it, it looks like. No, not quite. Damn, that sucks. That probably loses us the game. That was like our one chance was to flip that and then have a little bit of success over here, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Nurgle can still beat them. I think you just got to play differently, probably. Maybe a different lord. Like I don't know, Kugath on this map? Seems like you would probably just get shot to pieces. Chaos Warriors did well, but I think maybe fighting on 3 points was not the right idea. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so we're going to grab this. And if they don't do anything about it, let's see. All right, so we're just going to juke a little bit. Do we have any warriors coming up here? Yeah, we have some. Let's get some marauders hustling, and you guys just keep capping here. He's going to notice now, so we might as well just go after the peasant archers while we can. Chaos Warriors fighting hard, but Zhao's probably at like 5k value. Jesus Christ, 5,000 value on him. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, normally he would be pretty close to being dead right now. We might actually have a chance if that stupid heal wasn't what it was. Okay, so let's move this way. Iron, big man, go there. Is there any chances? No, he's past us. GG, well played. He played a great game. Very resilient for sure. Maybe mass shielded warriors would be better because I felt like we were getting shot a lot. Let me say GG to my opponent. GG, well played. Okay. So how do we do with the heroes? 17 and 14. Festus maybe was a little too vulnerable. Maybe we got to go for the Herald in that matchup. The drums were good. The drums gave Cathay a lot of good fighting power, which is cool. Our warrior build didn't do too hot, actually. If you look, they all got dunked on. 400, 300, 900. Only one of our warriors paid for itself, which is really bad. As far as the Marauders go, they did a little better, but they got summoned multiple times. Who would have thought the Chaos Knights would be our most cost-effective unit, right? Just like the weird Chaos Knight push. Crowmen, let's see how the Crowmen did. The basic one's not super hot, but the ROR one, of course, does good. It always pays for itself. It's really good. And let's go here and go to the brackets. Subutai will report the score. Report it, G. Good luck. So he'll report that score, and we'll take a look and see. We still have a chance of making top 4. Granted, it's much slimmer now. Cathay is beatable for Nurgle, though, but how would we beat that with Zhao? It's impossible to kill him. It's impossible. Unless you really just go all in, which I think could lose you the game. Let's see. Hadri's in chat saying lack of good balance is what keeps the game from being close to legitimately competitive. Yeah, I agree. This game could never truly be like an esport or like a highly competitive game in general, simply because of the balance issues and bugs in the game and CA's inability or, you know, no interest in addressing them, right? It sucks. Furies suck. Furies just get wrecked by the, what's it called? What are those things called? Crowmen. It's a very one-sided fight. Okay, so we're almost to the next round. If we win the next one, our odds are good because Subutai is a good tiebreaker. Assuming he wins his next game, and then I win my next game, my odds of making it are pretty good, actually. They're pretty good. So Tim the Wilder also at 2 wins, it looks like. Did he lose his game? I'm not sure if he did. No, he's playing Blood Penguin right now. So they're having a sweaty duel of fates. Buna seems useless here. I think maybe just the Children of Nurgle passive spam is probably better. So we go Miasma, and then we go with the... Where is that? Stream. Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. So then you're spamming cheap spells. You put him on a Rotfly so he can't die, and then you're just all set. Turin, have you shared any similar injuries over my career? Okay, yeah, let me read your message. All right, so he says, hey, Turin, longtime lurker. I fight competitive judo and BJJ, but I'm out with a double fibula. Oh, Jesus. Your videos will be keeping me going these next 8 weeks. Maybe I will take up vampire counts again. Hey, sorry about the injuries. And yeah, I've had similar injuries in sports for sure. My wife actually tore her ACL in a jiu-jitsu class. As far as myself goes in jiu-jitsu, I've had like minor injuries, nothing serious. But I haven't done it consistently and for very long. I probably have a total of like 7 or 8 months of experience, maybe like a year. So my experience level is pretty low because my damn hand problems just absolutely wreck me. Yeah, absolutely wreck me. So no, drones are god awful, dude. They're so bad. The drones will also lose to Crowmen, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's check here. Yes. Yes. All right, Pone is asking for the drop. Did he play his game? He did. He fell to the mighty Cowsy. All right, so Cowsy is currently rocking how many points? All right, so we're going to drop Pone by his request. On a Palanquin? Oh, God, dude. No, it's not going to happen. And that should do it. So Cow, I need to fix his score to go back down here. And then we're all set. All right, Pone, you're all taken care of, homie. Yeah, no, the drones won't do anything for you. I don't hate the idea of like a shielded push. Like a shielded mass width push against Grand Cathay. Like something like this that's just super wide and super durable to grab all 3 objectives. And then you call in the Cultist maybe. Although Cultist might just get killed by Zhao Ming. But they do have the summons, which are really nice. Yeah, I think like we got to go back to the Cultist style. Cultist would probably be better against Grand Cathay, I think. So we slam 2 of these guys down and then... Because you need to have a build that's resilient and doesn't care about like killing Zhao, you know? Just go for the summons here. The Rotfly characters or anything else we can cut to make them. We have Children Nurgle, Arcane Conduit we can probably take. Oh, and you want the Locust too. So let's do this. And we can throw in an Exalted Plague Bearer here too or something. Although Festering Stooges might be prudent. Although we do need the width. So yeah, I guess just double Marauder at this point. Yeah, something like this. Forsaken might not be bad. Although they really struggle to kill Jade Warriors. I think you have to go wide. Hey, Garlock, thank you again, man, for the donation. Greatly appreciate it. Well played to Subutai. Good game as always. That's hard, man. Those Crowmen are really disruptive. Because normally you could shut down their backfield with Furies and shit, but now that they have the Crows, you can't really do that. Oh, God, dude, the Palanquin. Tore my LCL from football, says Goji, and I had to have some zombie ligaments. Yeah, it's not fun, dude. It's not fun. Yeah, especially when you got what I got, it's you can get wrecked. Torn ACL, holy shit. Yeah, it is. It's a serious injury for sure. You're a provincial medalist, and I gained 12 light pounds from attorney and then got injured. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Guess I'll try competing in Warhammer. That's the thing about those kind of hobbies, man. Yeah, like jiu-jitsu and stuff. It's like you're having the time of your life. You're getting fit. You're learning these cool skills, and then you just get injured. You're out like 8 months to a year, and it's just like your whole lifestyle changes. Like friends you hung out with, you don't see as much. It's rough, dude. It's rough. All right, let's see how far along we are. Oh, did we fix that? Okay, let's fix this. Okay. Checking. Just see how we're looking here. That's being updated. Define zombie ligament. Yeah, well, that's a long story. All right, so refresh it one more time, see how we're looking in the round. Our chances of making it are okay. Granted, winning with Nurgle would be very hard when Kislev exists and some of those other top-tier factions. We got one game to be played still. Okay. So currently, as it looks... Hadrius, did you lose a game? Who'd you lose to, Hadrius? Who are you playing tonight? Are you playing Cathay? Where's Hadrius? Oh, yeah, Kislev got you. Yeah, Kislev's scary. I played Prepare for the Bear last time. At least there's no Mother Stank, though, which helps a lot. Mother Stank is just the Terminator, dude. She's the worst. All right, so looking at the scoreboard right now, let's go to the news. Subutai is currently undefeated. Tim is undefeated. Prepare for the Bear and Supreme. So we have an undefeated Cathay, an undefeated Kislev. I don't know what Tim is playing. I think he's probably playing some top tier faction though. He's usually very meta. And then I don't know what Supreme. Supreme used to be an ogre main, but now ogres are just pretty much banned out. And then in the next kind of ranking here, we have all the players with 2. My tiebreaker isn't as good. Maybe one of the players I played in the earlier rounds. Yeah, Babu hasn't won a game yet. So we need Babu to win a game to help our tiebreaker. That was the player we played in the first round, who honestly was pretty good. Surprised to see that. Cathay Lord bugged and stuck in the train on Transform. Oh, really? Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, you gotta love it. Garlock says, I miss my gym buddies. I guess I'll join the Discord. Yeah, come join us. You know, we have a good time there. Especially, you know, if you're into Age of Empires, they have a really active community in the Discord too, where they're like playing together like every day. It's fun. No, Stank is way better than the Hero Hag though. Stank is just next level. I wanted to limit her today to see how it would affect Kislev out of curiosity, but you know. So Roflin and Shifu are the last people to be playing, and we should be good. Surprising that every paid DLC Lord is always a Terminator. So here's the thing. A lot of people say that CA makes their DLC Lords OP to sell them. I don't think that's the case. I think they just aren't the best at introducing those new elements to the game and just don't vet them well enough, and then that happens. Like, I don't think it's even... Because people don't buy this game for multiplayer as much. And, you know, is Mother Stank really like that OP in campaign compared to some of the older Lords? I don't know, maybe, but... I just think it's like, it's just, they don't vet it. They don't have enough people working on it to really look. Oh, Supreme, you play Lizardman. Cool. Yeah, lizards are great. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Let's just do that with some rice. You know, some token aminos, call it a day. I can go with you later, too. Love you. Oh, hold on. I need to go get a sparkly drink as well. Where are we at? Yeah, Supreme is a great player. I've played against him a couple times. All right. Played against their what was it? I think it was Chaos Dwarfs one time. All right, so last match still hasn't finished. So let's see, 6:45, 6:45, 7:30. They still have time. So this actually people finish pretty quickly in this round here. Turin, she is more OP in campaign than she is in multiplayer with the super powerful hexes. Makes sense. Yeah. I think also like part of the design issues in this game, like if you look at the grand like scheme of things over 3 games, is the fact that you've had different teams of people designing it, right? So like at one point, the battle designers in Warhammer 2 were probably just completely different people than what we have now. So the entire schools of thought and philosophy, though there is some records of that, I'm sure, and some, you know, notes and things like that, like these people are going to have different ideas. And that's something I've learned. I'm working on bouncing like changes for domination mode, like suggestions and things like that. And it's really good to have like a lot of different perspectives. We've had, you know, a lot of people providing feedback, but you can see the variance in how people think and how they design the game and what they perceive as balance and all that. So yeah, you do see that. You do see that, which is a shame. That's why sometimes when I play Age of Empires, I'm just so refreshed because it's like a game that's like intended for multiplayer primarily. So that's definitely cool. All right, so are we almost there? Hey, Dries, maybe we'll get to have our pit fight, dude. Hell yeah, we can battle in the pits. Okay, let me message. Is this person, let's see, I don't share a server with this person. How do they join the tournament? Shifu. This person is not in the server, yet they joined a Total Tavern tournament. Maybe it's somebody who got banned for some reason. I am not sure, but I will look into it later. Yeah, it's weird. So still talking about jiu-jitsu in chat. We see I went from being a hardcore grappler to walking on crutches. I guess I'll have to practice, yeah. Yeah, no, it's not fun, dude. It's really not fun. I had the same thing happen to me in high school. So in high school, I played running back and strong safety. And I was a starting running back and strong safety on the team. Was having a great run in high school football. And then I tore my hamstring running track and field. So one of my hamstrings, it was a partial tear, and I was just never the same again. Like, I could never sprint as well. I lost probably 20% of my speed. You know, it just sucks. But, you know, it's life, you know. Things come and go. You just got to enjoy them while you have them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're in the Discord. Void Laws returns, dude. Yes, he is here. It's like that, oh, okay. Thank you, Hadries. Thank you. Okay, so it's someone, yeah. I had two people named with the same name, and that's probably where the confusion came from. But yeah, it's hard, you know, taking those L's in life and just, you know, you go from being just healthy and just having these problems, but you just got to do the best you can, man. Push through it. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It definitely does. Boss music coming in. I think my favorite boss music moment is when we had Void Laws, not Void Laws, but Houseplant, like emerge on a King of the Hill stream to like fight the King of the Hill. That was great. And everyone was like, oh God, the boss music is emerging here, dude. He's on the way. Yeah, that was hilarious. Who is the Smeagol of Warhammer 3? I don't think there can truly be one, because it's the nature that without base building and like being able to hide, you can't really like play like a Smeagol as much. You know? Does anyone know the rough full cost for someone to get all the factions and DLCs? No, I don't. It's stupid how expensive it is, though. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Let me message this player. Is this who it is? Hold on a sec. Don't see him. Don't see him, Hadries. Well, they have a little bit of time to finish their game. It's literally just one group here, so. Or when Berserk went and claimed his namesake. Yeah, he's really good. Berserk didn't come out of nowhere, though. He is apparently a very good land battle player, like top tier land battle player who came over to Dom to learn it and stuff. So he's got the control and the micro and the unit aware like knowledge that really is essential, you know. Yeah, it really is essential. Okay. Still not done yet. Curse the Baggins, dude. It's the waiting game. Are Nurgle Chariots viable? They're okay. If you're playing a faction that doesn't have like a lot of mass to stop them, I suppose they can be impactful. Right now we see, yeah, it's just this one game. Everybody else is finished. Looking at the current standings, we got a good run here. Just got to win this next one, and then that would be good for old Papa Nurgle. Our tiebreakers aren't good though. Looks like the opponents we beat have not had the best runs tonight. Oh yeah, Icarus is a really good player too. Icarus is strong. Maybe they haven't won too many games. Wow, no. Okay, did Icarus lose all their games? No, they won one. Okay, so that's good. So maybe there's chances for old Papa Nurgle to make it. Maybe. All the Chaos Chariots are good examples of Warhammer 1 units and Warhammer 3. Yeah, they're pretty low in damage. Any interest in Final Fantasy? Not really, no. Yeah, judo. Yeah, I see you talking about martial arts in chat again. Judo athletes definitely have a lot of wear and tear on their bodies. That really explosive movement of like snapping your hips and, you know, those hip tosses and different throws. It's a lot of explosiveness. So they can definitely get beat up. And like the gripping too. Like I know a lot of judo and gi jiu-jitsu guys, their like fingers can get pretty messed up too. Nurgle units immune to poison would be cool. But like Nurgle isn't a bad faction, guys. They're good. They're not like top tier. They're definitely on the lower end, but they're like decent. And if somebody trains them and like knows them in and out, you can do okay with them. You can do okay. Where are Taco and Satsuma? A lot of the old guard of Warhammer 2 just doesn't play anymore. You know, they played for years. Satsuma I think still is involved in land battles to an extent, but you know, stuff. Sounds good. I got you. All right, so just a little bit more housekeeping here. And we will drop you. Just had to do a drop. And where are we at? All right, so then we need to go to Kane. Kane probably got too many here. Let's fix that. And then we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, counts are decent actually. I've been practicing them a little bit. I feel like you have to kind of be a mean person to play vampire counts though. Like to be really good at vampire counts, like you have to be like one of those villainous like people who, you know, are willing to do anything to win, including cheating. You kind of, I feel, need to be one of those to be a really good vampire count player. You know what I'm saying? Like a really, really good one. All right, so loading here. Let's fix the points on this. All right, outstanding. And there we go. All right, so that's loading up. Come on, Precious. Got a message, Roflin. See if they're even playing. Okay, it says he's AFK in Discord, so maybe he's just didn't show up to play. Just two of these two guys fell asleep here in the corner. Who knows? Oh yeah, NFL players take huge beatings. I mean, what's the saddest part about NFL and football in general is the brain injuries. You know, yeah. Like there was some crazy stats about that came out about like the number of players from like who played high school football, college football, and pro football, and seeing like the percentage of those athletes who likely have CTE, like, you know, permanent basically brain damage. It's like, fuck, dude, it's gnarly. Falcon, Sooth. Yeah, Falcon was definitely one of the goats of Warhammer 2. Soothsayer was like a Warhammer 1 and early 2 goat. Anticity was really good too. He's definitely really, he won a lot of faction wars. I'm trying to think if he ever won any massive like leagues or tournaments outside of the faction wars. I think he did. He must have. I mean, Anticity was a great player too. Yeah. All right, so let's see how we're looking here. If we have any mods in chat who could drop a link to the Discord, that'd be great. I see some people asking. All right. I don't know if they're. I don't know if the two of them are playing. Hey, Dries, if you could shoot a message to one of those guys, Dylan, that'd be great. And let me know if he's actually playing. I'll be right back. Gonna grab one more thing. The long haul for the finals. Got to get my my beverages here. All right, guys, I'm back from the great exodus from the journey. All right, dude, look at all the Discord links getting dropped. Damn, dude, I'm serious. All right, have they finished yet? I don't know what those two are up to, man. We've been playing for a while. They might be going over the round timer here. I'll have to check when the last round actually started. Just give them the dreaded draw and move on. All right, so Dylan. Yeah, I don't see that guy, hey Dries, that you're talking about. I'm going to Discord to see his name. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, Hadrius, I'm not able to tag them in the Discord, this player. Maybe they're in the wrong section or something. Weird. Weird. Okay. Checking here. Yeah, I think maybe the double soul grinder could have been good in that matchup earlier. What games are you guys excited for, by the way? Are there any new RTS games that are coming out anytime soon? I know the Age of Sigmar RTS is coming out, the one that we had like an early look at. All right, so Glorfindel says, okay, besides Turin, who can get their significant others to watch Warhammer 3 streams or AoE 4 streams? Dude, if you guys saw the statistics for the ratio of of males to females on this channel, what do you guys think it is? Let's see who's gonna nail it. All right, so what percentage of the channel is men versus like women who watch it? I'm gonna actually look up the stats right now, and we can see who's gonna be the breadwinner here. All right, so let's see what the actual stats look like. Yeah, probably a different name in Discord. We'll give him a couple more minutes. Okay, we got Meow with the 96%. All right, it is definitely a sausage fest over here. All right. So where would we see that? Would it be here? No. It would be somewhere in the... Okay. So I see a lot of answers in chat. 100%? You know, it's not possible. All right. So it is 98%. It's actually 97.9% men. Yeah. 97.9%. Yeah, it's the sausage party. Yeah, I see a couple of you guys got that right. And yeah, it's like my mom and my wife watching. Yeah, yeah. Well, Anna doesn't need to watch my videos because she hears me all the time. She'll hear me casting, and you know she'll get the experience. Yeah. Yeah, it's a serious number. I'll play Stormgate for sure. Yeah, I'll get pretty serious in that. You know, I'll be doing it. I think these guys are just straight up AFK, dude. Hey man, can you message that Shifu guy? He's... This is so weird. There's just these two people here. Sounds good. Roflin is offline on Discord also. Let me see where these folks are from. All right, so we got you. I'm having to do some detective work right now, guys. I'm having to do it. Yeah, Warhammer is a very sausage genre for sure. What the heck is that guy's name? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this dude. These guys are just not appearing here. So we're gonna give them another 3 minutes, and then if I don't hear anything or see a score get reported, the anvil's gonna fall and it's gonna be go time. Yeah, Warhammer's definitely got the sausage party going. My wife just walked into the living room or looked at the screen and said, "What the hell are crowmen?" Did you have to explain what the crowmen were? Like, well, technically they hail from the lands of Grand Cathay, and they're hybrids between man and beast. All right, so where are we at? No, they're still not reporting it. This is the weirdest shit, dude, that these guys are just... Like, having two people go AFK who just happen to get matched up, it's a little bit suspicious here. It's a little bit suspicious. Perhaps that you guys want the hot dog stream? I know, it's funny. The hot dog stream wasn't as popular as I thought it would be, you know? I was like, oh, you know, people want the hot dog stream, but, you know, not too many. I think it was just the idea was funny, but, like, who really wants to sit around and watch four grown-ass men in their mid-30s just pound hot dogs, you know? I mean, I guess professional hot dog eating does exist, so it's not, yeah, so we're just going to move to the next round, because these guys, neither of them are responsive. I can't find them. So we're just going to go ahead and drop them and call it a day. All right, do that. And one more. All right, so we're ready for the next round. It was fun, though. Pone was the true champion of the hot dog stream because he hates hot dogs. He doesn't like eating them, but he took one for the team and just was an absolute champ. So, all right, so let's advance the Swiss to the next round. Sorry about the wait, guys. It was weird. We just had two players just ghost out of nowhere. Okay, so here we go. All right, next round is live. Get your opponents, have fun. And did the bracket appear? Yes, there it is. All right, I got Kane. All right, so Kane is playing a good faction, I think. I think it's Beastmen, which absolutely crushed Nurgle. Depends on the map, I suppose. But, all right, next round is live, guys. Sorry about the wait. That was weird. That was very strange. All right, tournament chat. Next round is live. And we got the dreaded Kane against us. Okay. So Kane. And there you go. All right. All right, Kane, let's get it. Speaking of, I need to make him a new tournament host after this. He was somebody that wanted to. And the map for this round is going to be... We have the Arachnarok Lair, a pretty open map, so not very good for us. Nurgle likes to hide in the shadows and trundle and whatnot. But yeah, here it goes. Kane is on the way. Outstanding. Good luck, have fun. Kane and I always have pretty good duels. Yeah, thankfully, hopefully they're not on their elves. That's what I'm dreading right now. Turin was also suffering. Well, here's the thing. On the hot dog stream we had, not all hot dogs were created equal. Some people were eating hot dogs with white bread buns, and some of them were eating wheat. Wheat bread is way harder to eat than white bread. Like, you'll get filled way faster, but Sparty got wrecked the most. Because Sparty lost every single game, so he had to eat 6 hot dogs. That was back when he was still our friend. Oh god, he's on his main. Oh, this is gonna be pure suffering here, guys. This is just gonna be hell on earth. All right, so we need to get real crunk nasty here. All right, so let's get the army blocker up. I thought he was playing one of his off factions, so I was gonna be like, okay, we're good. But this is not an easy one. Okay, let's get that. And now for our next act here, we will slap down a couple. Yeah, I think you're probably good. We can get you, get that. Festus is just too squishy, and like any of the big lords are just gonna get absolutely dunked on. You know, they're gonna just get crushed. All right, so we get you and maybe a little bit of this as well, though I think that's fine. That gives you this. This gives you that. And we can cut that. We can get this and put you on that, and we are good to party. All right. So that's how that's going to go. Although maybe this guy is just better. He's so much squishier though, man. How much HP does he have? 5.5. And this guy's got on horse. He's more armored, I guess. All right. Nurgle magic against high elves. Thinking about it, I guess some of the bombardments could be okay. Stream of Corruption isn't a bad spell. So let's grab this, and that. Just to be safe. All right. Buna is definitely good against like things like Fireborn and stuff. It does the job. Is there an L for the find out? Oh yeah, we'll find out here. We'll see how this game goes. Okay. So those guys, unfortunately, will have some problems with like bolt throwers. But I feel like we can definitely maneuver. And then we want to get you. Yeah, we'll maybe cut those guys that have the bolt thrower problems. Warrior types here. Elves are going to probably bring Silverins. So I suppose Marauders aren't terrible. And then you probably just want to throw in some Great Weapon Warriors, even though I find that they've been... Great Weapon Warriors could probably use a cost reduction, honestly. Like, CA has this weird philosophy that Great Weapons should cost more than shields, but oftentimes shields are better just because they last longer. You know, it's a weird thing with them. Okay, let's get 2 of you guys. Toads for the Toad God is probably really the way to do it, right? Toads for the Toad God, Toads for the Toad Throne. Get a couple of you guys ready to jam. As far as elite cavalry units go, this is like a matchup in which you think Rotflies could be good, but they just unfortunately are just not. Yeah, they just get wrecked. So we'll get you and you moving up. And do we have enough money? God damn, that unit is expensive, man. It is just really, really pricey. Yeah, like the shielded units are often, like Grey Opens are often just worse because they just die so much quicker. I mean, there are times where they're just way better, obviously. Like in skew situations, like against dwarves, where all they have is armor, but you guys catch my drift. You guys catch my drift. All right, so yeah, I think we need you guys ready to go. That looks fine. We're going to be dealing with all sorts of trolls. Maybe 2 of those up in the sky. Barons of the Bog here feel like they could be okay, but part of me just suspects they'll get wrecked by the archers and stuff, but they're just one of those units on Nurgle that are just crazy good. Who let the Barons of the Bog out? Maybe us. Maybe us. You guys know you want the Palanquin Lord. That's what everyone is really here for, is the dreaded Palanquin Master and all of his pestilent glory. All right, so let's slap you down. Going wide against high elves is kind of an interesting one, although I feel like Emmerich will just like pick apart your army. Yeah. I don't know, maybe we do go wide. We'll see. All right, we're ready to go. Let's see what my opponent's got here. Yeah, the AOS game looks like it could be fun. When I played it, it was very clunky. Chariots against high elves suck, because high elves have reavers who'll just block them and kill them. You know, they'll pay the price. Yeah, Rotflies in theory are a cool unit, but they just... I don't know. Yeah, they like that countering silver helms, but Reavers will probably do well against them because Rawflies only have 24 melee defense for some reason. I mean, they get +9 from Cloud of Flies, but they just die so incredibly quick. They just pay the price so hard. All right, I'm ready. Let's see what my opponent's got here. Turin, no, we are here for the Fart Giant. Oh, God. The Fart Giant against High Elves would just be the worst thing on the planet. It's like, it sounds funny right now when you say it to yourselves. You're like, yeah, let's get the Fart Giant, and that'd be great. But then when I just like lose in like 10 seconds and the game's over, it's not going to be so fun, you know? The Palanquin Bunicaster. The Palanquin needs to give more. I guess it gives HP. So it puts the Herald, as I'm looking here, up to a fair amount. It puts him up to, yeah. Decent amount of old HP there. Decent amount. And so we got the cheap spells. We got that. Kane is really doing some big scheming over here, dude. I don't know what it is, but he's scheming his build real hard. Okay. When people start to change their banner, it usually means that they're ready, so. All right, Kane. Come face the wrath of Papa Nurgle. This jank-ass build I put together here. 2 Phoenixes? Ooh, I could get wrecked by 2 Phoenixes. Like 2 Arcane Phoenixes just going ham? That would be a pretty bad time. Although, I don't know, maybe my Exalted Heroes could take them. They do have the Regenerate, though. They do have the Regenerate, indeed. No Chariot. Dude, Chariots are just awful here, though. Because High Elves are armored with spears, and Chariots lack AP, and they're large. It's, like, just counterintuitive. The only faction that Chariots are, like, somewhat decent against would maybe be, like, Skaven, for if you're looking at Chaos. Like, clearing out Clan Rats quickly. Maybe against Beastmen pre-patch, but now that Beastmen have Zongors who have armor, they're not very good. Can the Sorcerer Lord ride a chariot? I don't know if he can, actually. I don't think so. I think he's got a horse. All right, so we have Marauders. Just basic Marauders. Our main core army is going to be the Dreaded Soul Grinders and the Heroes. As you can see, that's very meta, or at least I like that playstyle. I don't know if it's meta, because nobody plays Nurgle competitively in like actual high-stakes tournaments, so I don't know what they actually truly look like if we're speaking of meta. Oh, this map got updated. Oh, shit. They added line of sight. Oh, this just got way better for me, dude. All right, this just got way better for me. This was like, this map used to be just so open. I like this. All right, hey, sign me up. Sign me up, dude. Let's go. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad I brought these Soul Grinders. Holy shit, if I didn't, I would have gotten wrecked. All right, let's move you guys here. Let's do this. Soul Grinders are going to go skirmish, and we got Imric up on the dragon, so it's pretty scary. All right, let's get you guys going, and we need to call in some good troop quality, so we'll get some warriors down. Okay, so let's see if they're paying attention. Probably are. We have the Herald here. He's ready to go. We're going to rip some shots and see if they're moving. Yeah, a little juking action. Probably going to get some collateral damage there. Nope, not quite. So that's too bad. So we're going to conserve our ammo from here. And warriors up in the middle feels pretty haggard. All right, so you guys are in the bushes. And now, what kind of archer situation do we have here? Shielded warriors. Yeah, we need some sustainability up here. Okay, it's bolt throwers. So we got the old bolt throwers back there. But we can maneuver around them too. We don't have to worry too much about the bolts, I don't think, on this map. Yeah, we just like pull back and, you know, utilize them. And these guys just stay in the trees and waste ammunition. Oh shit, I brought them on foot. Oh, they were supposed to be on horseback. Shit. Oh, that's gonna be a bit of a problem for me, guys. Imric is doing his thing. The elves are moving forward with some Lothern Sea Guard, so we can try and rip some shots here real quick. Oh, I'm probably toast, man. Those guys were not supposed to be on foot. Because now I can't effectively like chase off his characters, you know? Shit, this is bad news bears, guys. Okay, Imric's coming. Oh, I'm so toast. That's a big blunder, guys. All right, thankfully we have some Marauder Horsemen who can kind of keep Imric honest. Okay, so let's go ahead and rip some shots. Keep juking around. You guys can move up on the point here. What are those? Those are spearmen. Okay. Imric might come in. We do have some nice throwing axe pressure. And these foot characters definitely were not meant to be put on the foot. Okay, do we want to rip shots here? No, we probably go after the Lotherns. Okay, so we get some Lothern shots. We pull back, get these horsemen back, move you guys up on the point here. And now we can move up some basic, you know, great open boys also. All right, so how are we looking? Warriors are going to make it here in a second, and Imric is coming to party on this side. Let's have his horsemen follow him, as it looks like we're going to get this point. A couple shielded warriors also on the way. Okay. Yes, good. Grab that. And now we want to take down the range units if we can, wherever the hell they're hiding. Okay, so they're back there. And we can just shoot these guys too. He's trying to slow my cap weight a little bit. Did we actually get that side? We did. Okay, so you guys park here. You guys throw here. And yeah, maybe we get this one. No, he's gonna wrestle that one from us, unfortunately. Anything good we can call down? Yeah, it's just gonna be more great opens, which sucks. These guys are getting popped a little bit. The two heroes have held firm, but we're gonna move down here with the soul grinders now and do a little bit of this, screen them out. And we probably want to get like a stream of corruption somewhere if we can. Okay, we're just gonna move out of bolt throw range. How are we looking down here? Emmeric's actually taking a bit of damage, which is great. And these are, oh shit, Dragon Princes, okay. So those are some heavy hitters. We're not taking too much damage so far. Let's move back onto the point. Move you guys here. Move these soul grinders down here and just kind of use the low ground as like a mortar platform, which will be good. And he did not bring like Silverins and things like that. That's what I was expecting. I was like expecting just like the big chunk of Silverin guards, you know, but it just wasn't the case. All right, let's maneuver this way. We got the soul grinders. Let's rip some shots into the hills. The hills will hopefully endure here. Nice, that's gonna do big damage. Yeah, direct hit right there. That's when the lag subsides, you'll see it's gonna hit him. Yes. Yes, yes. All right, you shoot here, you shoot here. We got the big man here. Emmerich, we need to kind of keep him honest. Spearmen are a little bit troll. But the two heroes on foot might be able to fight him. It's not gonna be pretty, but you know, somebody's gotta try. All right, so we just nailed those guys pretty hard. Let's pull these guys around. Get you guys ready to defend. Emmerich's coming into party. Probably gonna try and get a breath attack, so we're gonna move. Wow, is he trying to breath attack my foot characters? That's not gonna work too well. Okay. You do this. You guys move back onto the point there. Let's get you guys up and ready to go. And let's go ahead and cast a, do we want to fleshy those guys? I don't know if it's even worth, to be fair. All right, Toads at the ready, General. We're back up in the sky. Soul Grinders are back online, so let's start ripping shots here, and let's get the other one and rip shots here into the Lothern Sea Guards of Doom. We'll get our Rotfly character and just do a fat stream of corruption. We could just do a basic one, probably. Right down the line here. That's going to hit those units, hopefully do some good damage. And now we got you guys here, you guys closing in, and Barons of the Bog could be called in. Do we have them? Those are Vanguard points. Okay. Let's get Barons. They're just a nasty unit. All right, so we're going to fly over this blob. Do a big AoE heal on it to make sure nobody dies. And then we're going to do a Locust too. So that's going to do some fat heals right there. All right, so big money heals. Down here, we are pressing that objective again. That heal was pretty erect. And the Lotherns are getting bombarded. It seems like the Toads are hanging in there, doing good. As far as this goes, let's get some Hounds down here. Help nibble through these spears. Pull these guys back. And yeah, the Exalted Heroes are still hanging in there like champs. We can have them battle Emmerich. They're probably going to get picked off. I mean, them being on foot isn't the worst thing in the world right now, so. All right, so we need to get the Barons like down and around. Let's have you guys go meet over here and probably call in some cheap units on the bottom here. Yeah, we're going to need that soon. Okay, the heroes are getting smashed a little bit, but they're putting up a good fight. Let's go ahead and do another stream of corruption on the Fireborn. Oh, we actually should be nuking the Fireborn right now. All right, let's call the Toads around. It's kind of hard for them to find a spot to engage here, to be completely honest. Emmerich is hanging in there like a champ. Let's pop Fecundity on our boys. And it seems that this fight has gone well for us. Those are Reavers moving down there and Dragon Princes. So let's get the Toads in there now. Now that we have some infantry support, maybe we're fine. And we could potentially lose the bottom here. Yeah, we need to get some more dudes down there. Dudes for the dude throne. All right, so let's start shooting at you guys. And get the other Soul Grinders to shoot into the Spear Blob here, which is actually Silverins. And Barons of the Bog still going like champs. Oh man, I got crushed in the bottom, Jesus. Value's actually pretty close though. It's pretty good. Let's do Miasma of Pestilence. These horsemen able to just pretty much exact their full payloads here. We'll get you guys down there. Move the Soul Grinders a little bit closer. Keep those warriors fighting. What do we got down here? Yeah, that's some good quality stuff. Some good quality stuff. All right, let's get you. Warriors still going at it. And again, we got some super sauced heals on those guys. I am behind on points, though. I need to find a way to wrestle the objectives here. So those are Dragon Princes, or are they Fireborn? Okay, they're Dragon Princes. So we just need to pull back here a little bit. Use the heal, use a fleshy on these bad boys, and have them turn around and now fight once the charge is hopefully broken. Emmerich seems a little bit busy. He's going to get a nice breath attack right on us there, though. That sucks. All right, you guys fight down there. Let's get these guys over the top to go after the bolt thrower, see if we can shut that down. And it looks like we're hanging in there, but when Imrik arrives, it's going to get very scary. Low ground point looks okay for us. We have Marauders moving in, so let's unsummon you guys. You guys can go press those archers back there. And overall, these Illyrian Reavers are kind of getting wrecked. Go jump on those Lothern Sea Guard. And these Marauders will be making it to the low ground soon. Let's get some Poison Houndos to come across and nibble on these guys. And yeah, we'll take a monster fight here. I'm okay with this. Barons of the Bog, unfortunately, are getting kind of wrecked. But we do hold the bottom point. Value is close, which again is never good for the non-Nurgle player. So I think we're good. Our 2 heroes are also grinding down the Silverins and various spear units there. So call it a dub. All right, another Hound unit. Yep, let's get them over the top. Seal this point. Seal this point. Unsummon you. Need to refresh the pool of units. Barons of the Bog doing the work of the gods here, man. They're doing great. We do get those archers shut down, which is a huge win for us. Pull these Poison Hounds. How are you guys hanging down there? Looks good. And now we take over this point. That's exactly what we're looking for. That is the breadwinner there. All right, pull you guys back. Herald up in the sky. We can just put a debuff on the Dragon Princes to trigger an army heal. Let's turn around, blast the Silverin Guard right in the face. Have you guys come down this way, and I think those guys will be able to hold the point, but let's reinforce it just to be safe. All right, let's get some shielded Marauders down here. All right, how are we looking on this point capture? Pretty good. There are some trolls over here. Looks like the Lothern Sea Guard did get wrecked at the end of the day. Point blank shots here will hopefully do it. Barons of the Bog still going hard. Whenever I say Barons of the Bog, it makes me think of the Kid Rock song. Remember the one where he's like, "Bah with the bah, the bang, the bang, diggity." I don't know why it makes me think that, but it's just like some weird. I don't know. You guys have probably experienced this, where you just have these like weird things that you connect with one another. It like doesn't make sense. It's not rational, but it's just like an association the brain makes. It's kind of like that. All right, so let's get the Hound units to get in. Hopefully they can take on those Dragon Princes. Let's move down these guys, and we can use the Fecundity here to heal these boys up. Got a lot of spears coming in. Let's take the big man down there and just have you guys go down and help too. Looks like we're playing the sides, and we do have another Marauder coming in. Hopefully he'll help. Let's have you guys go fight here. The 2 Exalted Foot characters kind of ended up being a bit of a blessing in disguise, which is weird. But that did end up being the case. All right, so let's move you guys up and get more Marauders and more Toads coming up to the middle. Let's just push it real good. Dun, dun, dun. Barons of the Ba with the Ba. Oh god, that shit's so funny, dude. I don't know, that era of music was just something different, you know? Dude, those Barons are still not dead. Jeez. It's a crazy, crazy performance on them. Well, we probably want to keep you guys there, to be honest. Okay. So we still have the 2 champs, which are just grinding value for us in the middle. We have the caps on either side, which is outstanding. Okay, Soul Grinders are going to run out of ammo. That's going to hurt our army efficacy for sure. Okay, let's get you here. We definitely need some Toads to go help with those great weapons that my opponent just sent in, those White Lines of Grace. Toads on the way. Definitely not going to have the best of time versus spears, but we can probably drag them down with like monster overwhelm. Although, yeah, we need to keep the Soul Grinders down here to hold that point. Rotfly Man. We can use the AoE heal to keep those guys healthy. So let's do that. We've gotten some unsummons. That's going to be a nice little breath attack right there. Let's drop that. Pull these Toads back because they're just getting wrecked by archers, which is not what we want. And now we need to pile in and clear them out. All right, Toads, back you go. Back to the Shadow Realm. And these Toads need to jump on top of the White Lines of Grace. And we need to get a Stream of Corruption, see where the formation's going to be set up. Is that Dragon Princess? It looks like it is. Yeah, I should have overcasted it, actually. But it'll still do good damage. Let's go after the Lotherns. We're going to need some boys down in the low ground here, so let's get some shielded Marauders, and the basic ones will be ready in a second. And yeah, great. So we got 2 more infantry units coming to really make sure we secure that point. Toads are pulling back. We have the sides under control pretty hardcore. And these Hound units can actually be used to go dive them again. And you guys are still nibbling away, providing extra DPS. The 2 Exalted Chads of Nurgle just being absolute raid bosses. And yeah, looks like these Soul Grinders are doing what Soul Grinders do and just being a great unit. Toads can stand in the middle, come back in. This game, I think I got it. With healing taken into account, I've got to be pretty far ahead. I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I do feel that is the case. Rotfly Man is helping down here. We're also threatening the middle. Unsummon these Chaos Warriors. It'd be nice to get some Chaos Warriors back in the pool here. Could lose this objective, but we do have the reinforcements coming in. And how are we looking over here? Yeah, fecundity would be nice for that blob. All right, Chaos Warriors not in the horizon. We'll get Barons of the Bog out again. Hopefully that'll help us sweep it out. And let's do this. I don't know if those are the Fireborn, are they? Dragon Princes, Lothern Seaguard. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Okay. So the boys are coming. Hopefully they'll make it in time to get that objective. We do manage to wrestle the middle, albeit we lose the side. So that's a little bit of a tricksy hobbitses. This one, we need to hold this. Losing this would be pretty bad. I don't have enough for a fleshy right now, but we do have this. So that's going to heal those bad boys up. And come on, Marauders. Come on. Come on, give it to us. All right, so we're going to just do that to get the army heals. And the middle has been taken. All right, that's pretty big for us. Plus, this bottom fight isn't even necessarily a losing fight. It looks like it's actually going reasonably well. Oh, yes, the Marauders made it. Hell yeah. All right. They just barely made it. And the Chad Grinders of Nurgle are just doing their business here. All right, let's do another stream. Move you guys in. The foot characters in the middle have won the day. Imric is just kind of hanging out and it's on vacation here. A couple spearmen coming up, but they're not going to be able to bunker bust us here. And yeah, looks like we got it, man. We're going to probably get a triple cap here in a second because we're going to re-wrestle the bottom here once the Barons arrive. Barons of the Kid Rock, the Ba with the Ba. Yeah, I didn't think the foot characters would be good, but they actually were. It made them a little bit harder for Imric to just straight up goon. All right, let's pull you guys around. Call in some Furies to dive. Yes, and then they come over the top. Hound units will dive here, and now the Barons can move in and move in. And the bottom, we're going to wrestle this one. That's going to be a triple cap here. Let's cast this to trigger an army-wide heal. Let's move in, bash these guys, and we can go after these Reavers. Oh, he just took a blob fight against us down here. Yeah, it's a good game, but I think it's over. I think it's over. We've done a lot of healing, and he's done a little bit, but, you know, your boy Imric is maybe running out of steam. Because we can win on one now. So I think we just start reinforcing the side objective. Call in a couple Marauder Horsemen just to poke and whatnot. The two Exalted Heroes will butcher those Spearmen, and this is a complete massacre down here. Getting that objective from Big Daddy Nurgle is not going to be easy. Furies come in and crush this position. Toads, how you looking here? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's get the Toads. Who let the Toads out? Let's route these units off. Yeah, they're already broken. It's fine. Come to the middle. Park here to make sure we don't lose cap weight. Not quite able to get middle back yet. Chaos Warrior unit, that'll be nice as a reinforcing piece. Yeah, Marked Warriors definitely need a little reduction too. I feel a little bit overpriced. All right, Fecundity, let's do it on the big Soul Grinders, and that's GG. All right, guys, not bad, not bad. We went 3-1 with Nurgle tonight in a pretty competitive round of players. Happy with that, very happy with that. Could have potentially gone undefeated too if we didn't. We could have played better the previous game. Our build wasn't quite there. So our chances of making top 4 probably aren't great, but it's not terrible either. So, all right. So taking a look here, the Soul Grinders were MVPs. They just absolutely nuked this. 2100, 2250. They carried the game. They killed the archers. They gave me counter skirmish against the horsemen. Just things went well. Things went absolutely well. So GG to Colin. Well played. Let me find him in Discord. GG, well played, dude. All right. Let's see. Hey, let me get you. Okay, so just a little bit of housekeeping. Let's refresh this. Computer blowing up sounds. Who are our finalists? So we just finished the regulation round. So now we're going on to the top 4. So we're going to see what that looks like. So just got to do this. Report the score. And that is going to be Big Daddy Nurgle getting the dub. Versus Kane on High Elves. I was wondering where the Narnia lines were, but I guess they suck against Toads. Maybe they're not good against Toads. I thought we would see some of those. The double grinder really counters the skirmish play pretty well, because they just mortar the hell out of them, and like it's just such a value trade for you. All right, so let's see. Martin wanted to be dropped. Seems to have worked. Seems to have worked. Okay. Hey, Garrow, thanks for becoming a member. Is that a cat as your picture? Yeah, it looks like one of our neighbor's cats. Pretty great. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it, and hope your injuries heal soon. The dreaded martial arts takes its toll on us all, especially when you get in your mid-30s. All right, so I don't think we made top 4. We're very close, actually. We tied with Hadri's, but he has a better tiebreaker because he's higher in the leaderboard than me. So yeah, so he will be going top 4 unless he drops or something. I believe there's still a couple other. There's only one game, so we actually got really close to making top 4, like really, really close. Let's take a look here. Yeah, there's Tim, Subutai, Bear, Hadries, and then myself. So Hadries is playing Cathay, Kislev, Cathay, and Tim is probably playing. Oh my God, is it all Cathay? Cathay and Kislev? That'd be really funny, actually. Holy shit! All right, we'll see. We'll get to it in just a second. Maybe he is your neighbor. I know. It's getting real creepy. Yeah, cats are cool, man. Again, if I didn't have the stupid allergies, I would for sure have one. Yeah, Soul Grinders of Nurgle are the best one, I think. The Tzeentch ones are good in land battle. They're really good in land battle. Not so much in Dom. The Khorne ones are pretty terrible in general, I think. And the Slaanesh ones are okay. They're like okay armored anti-large fighters. So I think in general they're not bad. Tim is playing Demons of Chaos. Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's Tim in time. I'm going to cast all of Tim's games. He's probably using the double Nurgle Soul Grinder too. That's the best way to play Demons of Chaos. It's just Soul Grinders, I think. Hey, Turin, what are your thoughts on the Slaanesh Demon Prince? Seems like he is... Yeah, Slaanesh Demon Prince is on Demons of Chaos is actually pretty good. He's got he's got some tricks, dude. He gives the lore passive. So let me show you guys this energy. That's pretty cool, right? So if you're playing Demons of Chaos, who used to be one of my pet factions, like I used to play Demons of Chaos in tournaments, and I actually won a tournament with them last season in SFT. I ended up beating Cathay in the finals. Granted, that probably wouldn't happen now because of all the Crowmen and, you know, Lords and stuff. But, you know, you try. So Demons of Chaos. So yeah, we can just load in here and I'll show you basically like this energy. That's very good. Well, Cathay has the foundations of being OP, and they're also very OP in land battle. Cathay is the, like S tier in land battle. Really gross. Because they can just mouth breathe and sit in formation and just not move forward. Or box, whatever they feel like doing. Yeah, Demons of Chaos are rad though. They're fun. I think with a couple little tweaks to demons in general, they could become a viable faction. Tim single-handedly bringing up the win rate. All right, so let's check here. Refreshing. Just making sure. I don't know if the last game could affect anybody's tiebreaker, but I don't want to be too ahead of myself here. All right, cool. So it's going to be Prepare for the Bear, Supreme, Subutai, and Tim the Wilder. All right, cool. And I'll be advancing to the top 4 in just a second. All right, so here's the whole synergy, right? So you have Nurgle units with not the best melee attack, but they hit very hard. So what you do is you just basically cast... okay, I don't have any units to cast these spells on, so... The Slaanesh Demon Prince is rad, too. He's an anti-large fighter with armor sundering and stuff. He's cool. So you cast the spell, okay? And then it debuffs them. But now look at the melee attack of my entire army. All these Nurgle characters get a temporary melee attack buff for, like, I think 8 seconds, which is pretty damn good. So a couple of their attacks will be hitting, you know, quite a bit more efficiently. So, yeah. It's really cool. That's the Blissful Rapture. It's kind of like a Walmart version of what Wurzag does. So, yes, yes. Hadri says, thank God. Just put a fork in me, huh? My eyes are in pain. Yeah, get some rest, Hadris, man. Get some rest, dude. All right. Cool. So now we will advance to the top 4. Here we go. Let's get the Howard Dean yell going. There you go. That's the top 4 hype is on. And let's finalize that tournament and head on over to the top 4. All right. So top 4 for the day. Where are we? Heading to the old tavern. We have the top 4 here. And it's going to be Prepare for the Bear versus Tim the Wilder and Subutai versus Supreme. Very fun. All right, so we got Lizardman versus Grand Cathay, and we have Demons of Chaos versus Kislev. Cool, man. Pretty diverse range of factions, honestly. I'm very, very happy to see it. So I am going to cast the Demons of Chaos game because that would just be foolish not to. If we can see some sort of forbidden tech, then I am all about that. All right, top 4 is live. Well played to everyone. Top 4 is live. So we got Tim the Wilder versus Prepare for the Bear and Subutai versus Supreme. Good luck, have fun. I will cast Tim's game. All right, so we need to find Tim's lobby and get this one going. Understandably. Code, please. All right, cool. So we'll be jumping into our semifinal match. And it's on, dude. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. So prepare for the bear. Here it is. All right, 1, 2, 3. I think I got it. That must be the lobby. One of us. Dude, I really am genuinely curious how this is going to go down. This is going to be something. Wow. How do you guys think this is going to go? What the hell? How are Demons of Chaos going to beat Kislev? I know we've restricted Mother Stank, which is I think gives them a fighting chance. With Mother Stank on the field, I think Kislev just dominates. But with her being gone, it's for tonight's tournament, it's a little bit more fair. Hadri says no way Demons of Chaos win it. Yeah, I mean, Tim is a very good schemer though. He's very like good at planning builds, and is a great player too in pretty much every regard. He doesn't have too many weaknesses. Hadri is saying there's no way Doc wins. There's no way at all. Hey, you know, I would say it's massively Kislev favored, but any given Sunday, dude, you know. I would say Tim the Wilder has a puncher's chance, you know. Yeah, Stinky went 3-1 tonight, but we didn't do quite well enough. We were close. It was a good run. I was very happy with tonight's tournament. Nurgle's Pestilent Glory was spread, and it won more than it lost, so. Red Olgor? No. Tim is going to be serious. Demons of Chaos. Well, Prepare for the Bear is a great player, though, and is a Kislev main who, like, literally only plays Kislev, at least from what I've seen in these SFTs. So, you never know, man. You never know. Any given Sunday. Puncher's chance, dude. Puncher's chance. A couple tournaments going on. We have our new player tourney going on tonight as well, which is quite a bit of fun. Looks like Iskander won that one. Well played. Well played. Oh, man. I can't wait any longer, guys. I have to peek at the build. I'm sorry. All right. All right. Holy shit. What the hell is that? What the hell are these units? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You guys are in for a treat, I promise you. You guys are in for a treat. Was that a burp? No, I haven't burped, no. I say Tim will win with some crazy shit. Yeah, you know, Tim is a really good player. He has pretty much been in the top 16 in the world every single season since the launch of Warhammer 3. He has placed in the top 4 of the world in the finals several times. He just recently lost to Houseplant in the 3-1 in the season finals of last season. So, yeah, Tim is a very good player. He's very smart. You know, he's just a smart guy. So he's going to be figuring it out. Yeah. I don't know what the hell he's going to do. Demons of Chaos have a bunch of wonky stuff that people just like don't think about, you know? So, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool indeed. He's wise indeed. All right, Glade of the Everqueen is the map. Demons of Chaos don't hate this map. You got to watch out for the dreaded ambushers, though. Oh, God. The Akshin ambushers are just awful. Timmy. Yeah, good old South Park, man. I remember when I was a kid, back in, God, it would have been late 90s. I used to go to my local video store and grab like Blockbuster, or not Blockbuster. Sorry, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm all over the place. I used to go grab South Park, like, and obviously as a child, and you know, your parents will often just think it's a cartoon, so they let you rent it. Not knowing the subject matter. Oh, that was such a 90s experience. All right, guys. Welcome to the semifinals. We have Tim the Wilder on the Demons of Chaos versus Prepare for the Bear on Kislev. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Grand Vomitus, the Prince of Bubos. And he's probably going to be spamming the Nurgle lore passive. So I think that's what's going to go down. He is going to be using Grand Vomitus, spamming the cheapest Nurgle spells possible. So probably Miasma and Stream of Corruption, which are both good spells against Kislev. And he's going to be getting that sweet, sweet healing across his entire army, including the old Bloodletters, which, you know, of course, will appreciate any sort of healing. So, yeah, this is interesting. And for Kislev, it looks like it's going to be the big beast. The Incarnate Elemental Beast is quite scary for sure. It's a Mortis engine, not the best one, but still pretty strong. Anti-large, so it's going to be good at fighting, you know, demons and grinders and all sorts of good stuff like that. So frontline's going to be Armored Kossars, backed up by Horse Archers and a Patriarch. If you bring in the Elemental Beasts, the Elemental Incarnate, you really, oh, that's a cool animation. It's got some, like, you know, deer popping out of its back there, but you definitely want the Patriarch to heal this bad boy up. Oh, look, and now the bear's coming out, or the wolf or something. Oh, that's so cool, dude. That's so cool. And on the other side, like I said, we do have the Green Ulgor, as he is affectionately called, the Grand Vomitus, the Prince of Bubos. And yeah, I mean, he doesn't hit super hard, but he's got like 10,000 HP. He's got a bonus for his infantry of 25. Yeah, Miasma and Stream of Corruption, going to be getting the Children of Nurgle. So each unit in his army will be getting healed for 1% of its HP every single time he casts a spell. So when you look at a Plague Bearer unit that has 13,000 HP, it's going to be getting like 130, 140 HP per heal, which is really good, actually. If you're just spamming that over the course of the whole game, you can get a disgusting amount of value and overwhelm your opponent. So kind of one of those strategies that really flies under the radar. People don't often really, take note of the old lore passives and like how good they can be if they're like map wide. So that's why Slanesh is good with it. That's why the Bonewood Staff is very good. So lots of good stuff like that. Yeah, his stomach looks hungry. Well, we'll see if it can eat today. In the bushes, we got Plague Bearers of Nurgle and Bloodletters of Khorne going to be moving up towards objective number 2. Meanwhile, the Horse Archers of Prepare for the Bear, they're going to be taking to the open fields, and they are going to be charging across the flats, looking to do battle with the demons and do a little bit of skirmishing and harass. Not a bad idea. And the rest of the Kislev army is going to be moving up. So we do have the Armored Kossars, and the Ice Witch is going to be Tempest, rocking the Hailstorm and Hawks of Miska. Interesting. So this one tanks leadership when it hits you. It doesn't have any AP, and it's very expensive. So I wonder if the strategy with this is just to like nuke the leadership of demons and get them to disintegrate, which I think is the case since it's negative 16 and disintegration does a shit ton of damage. So I would wager that is going to be the plan. Why do the Demons of Chaos Princes have such low weapons rank? They don't all. This guy has some of the lowest. The Slanesh one is like 470. The Khorne one is like 520. So it really just depends on the ones you're talking about, right? So Tim calls out some pinks. He's got the Popcorn Bandits. These are going to be the pink horrors of Tzeentch. And these bad boys will be able to shoot against the old Horse Archers with relative effectiveness. You can see the Horse Archers do get popped in the face. Prepare for the Bear. Did not micro back in time. And the pink horror is going to be cackling all the way to the bank here. Tim is going to do his, excuse me, probably classic build-up strategy. So what Tim likes to do is he likes to build up and get a massive critical mass and then Alpha Strike. So he'll give up the objectives initially. Probably, I don't know if he'll give up all 3, probably, but it looks like he will. And he's going to get a huge force and then push out and just swarm his opponent with bodies. And the thing about that strategy that is good is that he's going to have a 20 stack. It's not a 20 stack, but as big of an army as he can possibly have, which will then make the value from the Children of Nurgle lore passive, the AoE map-wide heal, be even better. Cursed allergies today, man. Always fun. Always fun. So on the far side, objective 3 going to be taken by Kislev, and Kislev's going to happily take all 3 objectives. So Tim is pretty much the only person who plays this way. I don't know anybody else who builds up to the same extent. For me, I would at least probably try and take 2, but again, Tim is a better player than I am, so he certainly knows his jams. But I just it's so stressful to play this way, to build up and just do this big push and put all your marbles on the battle instead of the objectives. It is very scary indeed. But we do see objectives 1, 2, and 3 going to Kislev. Kislev calling in some Zargard, so some shielded elite infantry with 50 melee defense. Very good at fighting Plague Bears and their kin. And Bloodletters are here. Bloodletters and Plague Bears in the bushes. Massive force here in the trees. Force. I don't know, it was weird. I was trying to say forest and force at the same time. And just one of those days. Land battle mode engaged. Not so much because in land battle, this would be a rule break, basically. Tim the Wilder would get a game loss for sitting back because he's not attacking, right? But in domination, what's great about that is, obviously the objectives are going to force him to attack. So you as the tournament host, you don't have to police it or anything like that. So no, Anticity didn't really do build-ups. He was a very meta player. Anticity just played whatever was the most meta and would be really good at it. He would practice it and know the nuances of the meta builds and all that sort of good stuff. So all right. Plague Bears of Nurgle, Bloodletters in the back. Tim also going to be calling in what appears to be Exalted Bloodletters. Which, I mean, yeah, these guys are squishy, relatively speaking, with their armor, but if they can get into combat, they'll butcher, most infantry units in the game. If you put an Exalted Bloodletter against a Zargard, it is going to be a massacre. The Zargard are going to get cut to pieces, so. A Plague Bearer can probably beat an Armored Kossar, too, in combat, if they're just, straight up grinding and fighting. Another Stream of Corruption going down. Really interested to see Tim the Wilder using those. It doesn't feel like it's worth it to me, because he's wasting Winds of Magic that could otherwise be used for the Children of Nurgle lore passive. Just to get a very, very tiny bit of damage on those bad boys. So Bloodletters of Khorne in the back, Bloodletters in the trees. I mean, Prepare for the Bear has got to be super happy about this. Just getting all these free points Like, Tim will move out soon, though. He'll probably move out before the 500 point mark, I think. I think we'll see him move out around like 400, 500, give or take. He's going to get a couple more units out and just make sure he can envelop the Kislev army. Because the way that Kislev army is deployed, they probably will get like fully enveloped, like here, and like attacked from all directions. And they also don't have good supply lines. Now, what you do against Tim's style of play, in my experience, is you don't fight up here. Once you take all three, you pull back and defend like in a more advantageous position with faster reinforcements, and then you use your horse archers to just mitigate them from capturing the objectives for free. So yeah, that's going to be the play. Looks like he's thinking about moving. Pinks are moving out of the trees, and we do see slight movement in the tree line, nothing too crazy. Grand Vomitus is just kind of bouncing back and forth in the bushes, and on the other side, Bloodletters are being called out, more Plague Bearers, and more Bloodletters. Man, he is getting so much stuff. His army, though, is about the same size as Kislev, but those demons, these are all infantry units. Like, Tim's whole army is, like, good quality infantry. Well, good with air quotes, I should say. But it's infantry that is relatively sustainable in combat, whereas the Kislev army has a lot invested in, like, skirmishers, which aren't probably going to do too much against, like, these units. We'll do a little bit of battlefield control and poke, you know, taking down the Protoss shields of Tim. But Tim is playing a dangerous game. His opponent's going to be very, very far ahead on points before he attacks. But maybe he just thinks he doesn't have a chance unless he does like a build-up like this. So, yeah, I'm surprised he's taking this long. I mean, his opponent is going to have 700 or 800 points before he even reaches the objective. He's going to be halfway to winning. So it looks like Tim creeping up a little bit here. I think the Plague Bearers could move up with pink support and at least try and grab objective number 3. I think that could be a good idea. And now we see Tim just hanging out, being really, really cautious, extremely conservative with his playstyle here. And the old pink hordes of Tzeentch going to be shooting from downtown and fending off the horse archers, the old Tzeentchian archer units, which have been making a little bit more play lately. Hadri's has beat me a couple times with them recently. Not recently, but I guess in the past month or two. And using them well against my units, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, something that I always was kind of just like bring blues because they're better in melee. But these guys are also not bad in melee compared to like blues and things like that. All right, guys, the Horn of Gondor has been sounded. I think Kislev needs to fall back. This fighting here is a big mistake. The demons are going to get faster reinforcements against you, and they're going to be able to really just do a ton of pressure. Plague Toads coming out of the tree line. I feel like Kislev could be in some danger. I feel like it's the Ralph from The Simpsons, like the I'm in danger meme is like, you just see the tiny Kislev army here being just enveloped by just like legions of demons, right? Shrieking Rays chasing down these bad boys, and objective number 3 is going to be taken easily by the Bloodletters. And the Demon Army just going to be claiming the free objective on the side before they move in. And Kislev is now layering up its army in a bit of a... Ooh, I love this! Check this, guys. We have the Ice Guard with Glaives, which are pretty badass here, actually. They do magic damage, so against demons, they'll be doing a little bit more DPS, which is cool. But yeah, demons just doing a very slow envelop here, not taking too much damage. Now they're going to be taking a little bit on the way in. We do see the Plague Toads getting just absolutely gatted down by these bad boys. And the Elemental Incarnate with the dreaded Total War slideshows coming in with the big Pimp Claw. And certainly showing that Toad who is boss right out of the gates. But the Bloodletters will do nice DPS when they move in. On the backside, we do see the old Bloodletters of Khorne also hustling up, as well as the Pinks. Stream of Corruption going to be triggering the healing for the entire army. So if you look at this monster here, it is going to be getting the Children of Nurgle lore passive, which is, like I said, not bad. Uh-oh, that could be a big vortex. Tim could take a lot of damage here. Better watch out. Looks like the Mortis Engine going down on the Bloodletters, but there is going to be a Hawks of Miska as well, which does some okay damage. Nothing too crazy, but if he hadn't dodged back with those Exalted Bloodletters, that could have been a bit of a catastrophe for sure. Overall, looks like the Leadership Discouraging effect is actually a 20-second debuff, which is pretty crazy. Demons coming in from all sides, value trading looking even, but it's really not even. Tim the Wilder is probably ahead because of the passive Children of Nurgle heals that we have going on. And the Incarnate Elemental of Beast gets wrecked by the Exalted Plague Bearers of Nurgle. Absolutely brutal. They're using their Unholy Stink Grenades, and look at that! Big damage! Oh my god, and Tim uses Narcissism as well, so that snares the beast in place. It would appear the Incarnate Elemental is having a good time checking out its physique as it gets nuked by these Unholy Hand Grenades. And look at that, just like that, the Incarnate Elemental is in the trash can, ladies and gentlemen. Exalted Bloodletters moving up, and they're going to put some big hurt on these units. And look at this, Grand Vomitus is going for the kill. He's coming in with the Nurgle Steel Chair, baby. Better watch out, though. He is being shot by the Ice Guard with their ice arrows. Going to be slowing him down to about 56 speed, and we do see the Incarnate Elemental running for the hills. The Unholy Hand Grenades of Nurgle doing good work, as the back objective is going to be taken here probably by the Demons of Chaos. The Exalted Bloodletters just butchering through these Kislevites. These Armored Kossars are going to have a horrible time, and Plague Bearers, of course, will trade well too. They're really tanky. I mean, Plague Bearers have almost 12,000 HP, so if you can get them into combat without getting shot up too much, they can definitely do well for themselves. Here we do see Demons of Chaos holding onto the side point, Toads taking down the Kosovo Dervishes, while the Pink Horrors of Tzeentch providing a little bit of supporting fire. And Tim the Wilder's just going pedal to the metal, man. Getting in there. Grand Vomitus coming in, the Nurgle Prince, baby. Oh, I'm all about this. This is awesome, dude. And the Nurgle Prince using Rancid Visitations, and he takes down the Elemental Incarnate with the unintentional slow-mo, baby. And now, Kislev might just straight up be dead in the water, because Tim the Wilder's army has been healing. He's massively ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and this is looking like it is going to be a massacre. So his build-up style worked very well there, and again, that's why I think Kislev should have fell back to its back point and tried to hold in a more defensive position, knowing they have the points lead, and then value trade against Tim's army. But he stayed in an area where he was able to get surrounded, and rapid reinforcements for the demons could reach the front lines, which I think was a big mistake. But no, Tim is going to just absolutely close this game out. Here we see Bloodletters fighting, still doing very well, probably up to about 600 value here. 800 value on these Bloodletters as they cut apart the Ice Guard with Glaives, which is a disaster. And Plague Toads hustling up, Tim the Wilder with the old Screamers coming across. And yeah, that is going to be GG, well played. Grandfather sheds acidic tears of joy. He does. They definitely would be acidic. Things in the Woods coming out, but they're going to be pretty awful here. You know, they will not trade super well. They rely on physical resist. Demons do magic damage, bonus for infantry, and armor piercing. Armor piercing not really good against demons, so probably not the most ideal thing. And, you know, Tim's got this game in the bag. And even if you're concerned about the score, for the sake of the Demons of Chaos, it's not going to matter, because that's a long-ass time. On one objective like this, that is going to be an eternity, an absolute eternity here. So Plague Bear is hustling up. The back objective, it looks like Kislev fighting pretty well here, but the problem is Exalted Plague Bearers or Bloodletters are going to move on to the point soon once they get through these Armored Kossars, and they're just going to butcher all these units. Like, everything here will die to those Exalted Bloodletters, because there's no shooting to shut them down. There's no shooting indeed. Pink Fire, very cost-effective. Things in the Woods getting wrecked. Hounds of the Blood Hunt coming out. So we do see the Demons of Chaos Hounds coming, and they do, of course, have the old magic attacks, and the dampen effect will be lowering spell resist, which is kind of cute. Man, yeah, overall, trying to play the side point here for Prepare for the Bear is a mistake. When you have a point leads like this, you probably just want to consolidate your forces and try and value trade a little bit better, rather than desperation grab points. But I guess, you know, Tim's just going to run away with this game in a moment. Whole flank's going to collapse here. It's going to be another 1,400 value in the trash can, and we do see old Tim hanging out here with his Grand Vomitus, the Prince of Buboes. He has some weird ability too, I think. Let's see if he brought it. We got Mark of Nurgle, Cloud of Flies. Okay, he didn't bring the armor, I don't think. I know this guy has like a Rebirth armor, like a too horrible to die thing, but it probably, knowing CA, just doesn't work, so. Back objective is just Plague Bearers hanging out, and Exalted Plague Bearers are grinding away on the objective Nurglings. The Frolicker is going to be hustling over, so those are the ROR Nurglings. Kislev has still been able to hold on to the home point with desperation, just kind of throwing units in and just holding as long as they possibly can. But we are going to be seeing the Exalted Bloodletters, assuming Tim micros them, move up and get in there and do some work. Backpoint being threatened a little bit, Kislev hanging in there. We do see the old Hawks of Misko, which is cool. I don't hate it. You know, you don't need AP against demons, and it doesn't have AP on it, and it does lower leadership, so not bad for crumbling down some of those elite demons, which normally are very tough to deal with. We got more Armored Kossars hustling out towards the point. Tim the Wilder is up about 3,000 value, 2,500 value, and that's just going to be an absolute karate chop. With the amount of healing he's been doing with his lore passive from Nurgle, dude, it's like probably like 2,000 or 3,000 value. It's crazy. So big shooting from the Pinks, and on the side we do see the Kislev Armored Kossars coming out to put some hurt down on the Hounds of the Blood Hunt. But the Hounds and the Plague Toads, a nice little tag team there, should be able to eviscerate the Armored Kossars, no problem. And we do see Grand Vomitus, dude. He's certainly making Red Olgor look like a chump right here. So he just kind of cleaves through all these different units. And yeah, he's very tanky too, with almost 10,000 HP. He certainly does his thing. Bloodletter's still cutting across, and they are going to be making sure this backpoint is secured. The Kislev position here is going to be folding up now that the Bloodletters have committed to the fight. Plague Bearers heading up, and we do also see more Plague Bearers heading towards the home point of Kislev, as Kislev is folded up on the side by the Toads as well as the Sky Rays, which do have good AP, so they will be helpful. And the Hounds of the Blood Hunt over towards Objective 1. For the first time in the game, we do start to see it flip here, so Objective number 1 is going to be flipping to the Demons of Chaos, as Grand Vomitus, the Prince of Buboes, continues to buff his troopers, using Streams of Corruption and Miasma of Pestilence to debuff a lot of the goodies on the field, and Kislev is just straight up out of steam. Almost tabled, as a matter of fact. I mean, they have a little fighting presence here with the Patriarch as well as the Ice Witch, but losing your big Mortis Engine centerpiece that early in the game is an absolute disaster. The Elemental Incarnate is not a cheap monster, and having it get killed by really slow Nurgle hand grenades is a pretty massive blunder. Kislev certainly could have won this game with a little bit of cleaner play, but at the end of the day, I mean, Prepare for the Bear did great today. went undefeated with Kislev, but still is going to be paying the troll toll to one of the greatest here, Tim the Wilder, as he does move in with his Plague Bearers, wrestles that objective. Kislev trying to get this point on this side. Plague Toads will probably be able to kill them before they get that, but we'll have to keep tabs on that. A little bit of objective theft back here. Bloodletters need to make sure they take down those Zargard. This game's close enough in terms of score that if Tim blunders an objective and gets like sloppy, he could throw the game somehow, but I don't think that it's going to go down. I don't think it's going to be the case. Yeah, Toads make their way over here. Kossars are basically on their last legs. Buyer Blood has procced, and the home objective is taken, and the Demons of Chaos have run rampant on the battlefield here, ladies and gentlemen. Chronobus, thank you for joining, and you get some rest, my friend. Things in the Woods getting wrecked. The magic damage, of course, from these big scary demons is pretty cool. Grand Vomitus descending from the skies. Oh, look at the big man, dude. Hell yeah, here he goes. Some cool attack animations. Yeah, those demon princes are really rad. They are really, really rad for sure. Alrighty, guys. Bloodletters moving on up. In the backfield, we got Frolickers coming out. More Bloodletters to solidify the points. And once these units arrive, this is kind of the last gasp of Kislev here as they try and just, get the objective victory by maybe ninjaing the home point with their very stalwart troopers, but this is it. These Bloodletters have gotten 1,600 value, which is great. I love seeing elite infantry really, really do so well. It's cool to see. And yeah, nothing else really, guys. That's it. A couple of haggard horsemen in the back and armored Kossars. The Reaganomics trickle-down theory, just, no support, just trickling that wealth down, and it's not going to get the job done here. It's going to pay the price as Grand Vomitus keeps duking it out. 2,200 value on the Big Prince. And objective number 1 here is looking to be good for the old Demons of Chaos. Kislev coming out with Winged Lancers, but Winged Lancers are good, but they're going to take like 45 minutes to kill a Plague Bearer unit. Also, they'll struggle against Toads as well as the Plague Bearers here, so the slideshow is continuing. It hasn't been too laggy, but Tim the Wilder comes out with the W. Showing why he's one of the top dogs there with the big scheming builds. Well played to prepare for the bear. It was cool seeing the Elemental Incarnate, some Ice Guard, but at the end of the day, it did not get the job done. What would have been really devastating against Tim's build probably would have been some heavy war sleds. Like a couple of the heavy war sleds with the Patriarch healing him would have just eviscerated a lot of these troopers. But yeah, the big monster, almost a 2,000 gold monster, just getting karate chopped like that is going to be way too much. Way too much indeed. That's funny. Tim says that they just fought. So Tim played them in the earlier rounds. And that's hilarious. Wow. And Tim just was able to win again. All right. Turin finals. So let's host as a spectator. Let's get Tim the Wilder in there. Prepare for the grand finals to see who wins on the other side. Finals lobby. I don't know if Subutai is still in his game. Let's go ahead and check. And that was fun, man. Yeah, Green Olgor taking the dub. I know, who would have thought it? So Lizardman and Grand Cathay. That should be Grand Cathay favored nowadays, I would think. Not sure though. Yeah, Tim didn't make any misplays really. Everything was pretty clean. it was some good work for sure. Subutai won. All right, guys. We have Grand Cathay versus Demons of Chaos. Wow, this is gonna be fun. Oh yeah. All right, so Imperial Road is the last map. Tim is going to build up in the bushes and do the exact same thing he just did to Kislev, I think. And Subutai is going to be using Zhao Ming and just getting like 4,000 value and not dying. Outer region, he's not playing as much. He's a little burnt out in the game. It happens. When people grind the competitive leaderboard just like nonstop, you can burn out, You can burn out, especially when you don't get the best action from CA. That can turn a lot of people off. Looking at the leaderboard right now, Tim is actually the #1 ranked player currently this season. He's 90% win rate. Holy shit, 39 wins and 4 losses. That's crazy. Yeah, a lot of top players sitting at pretty good percentages here as well. Houseplant, of course, 6-0. He's only played in 1 tournament, but he'll be back. When the season finals come around, Houseplant usually comes out and wins a couple tournaments and qualifies, and then, emerges from the shadows. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, Demons of Chaos taking down all the DLC factions, dude. It's the time. It is the time. All right, cool. And I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. Demons of Chaos versus Subutai and his Grand Cathay, who we just barely lost to earlier. It was a really good match. And Yeah, interested to see how this is going to go down. Interested to see. Yeah, I think Thrones of Decay has a good opportunity for being a big plus for the community. Hopefully CA will do something to make up for the nonsense that they charged for this last DLC. And like the thing is, like you get like Changeling, who isn't even like playable in multiplayer because he's just stupid, and then you get like Mother Ostankia, who's like bugged in OP. It's like it feels really bad, you know, to have like two of the main pieces. Houseplant's so good if he doesn't play much. He does play, just not always in tournaments. I mean, he practices and plays and and shows up when he's needed, you know. To be honest, I'm anxious for the AoE 4 expansion. Me too. Me too. I'm having so much fun playing Age of Empires lately. It's been a blast. So these are both players who tend to take a long time with their builds. So this could be a minute. I don't know. Let me see how far along they are, actually. Yep, that is pretty much exactly what I expected here from Tim. And for old Subutai, it's yeah, looking pretty standard as well. All right, cool. What's it gonna be, man? Find out today. And now we're back in the game. AoE 4 are going to get Nippon before Warhammer. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Warhammer will probably get supported another couple years. It's going to be weird when the game starts to die down and they stop supporting it, because it's been such a massive part of my life for so long, you know, doing these. I've been pushing Total War multiplayer for almost 7 years, you know. I mean, with little breaks here and there, where we do more, we do less, you know, that kind of stuff, but yeah. How's Flying Taco doing? He's doing good, yeah. I think he just plays other games and plays casually. But he still makes an appearance every now and then. Taco's a great player. Very, very strong. Taco likes to meme, though. You know, he has the ability and skill set to be one of the best, like, in the world, if he really applies himself. But he hears the call of the meme in the night and likes to play bad factions and bad units. I kind of suffer from a similar thing where I like to play underdogs or weak units, factions, yeah. So it is what it is. Aren't there like 3 different? Yeah, there's several mods that have added Nagash to the game, but he's going to get added. So you still have a couple main characters to add. There's going to be Nagash. You're going to have Thankful and Bone Ripper, which are very iconic characters. Yeah, I do think CA will do another like full race pack at some point, like a full faction. Maybe like more of a spin-off faction, like a Musion or like Marienburg, or maybe or like an Ulrich sub-faction for the Empire. Like, I think we would see something like that. Yeah, it'd probably be an easier endeavor. We just got Chaos Dwarfs, Harrison, so it wasn't too long ago. All right, Subuchai's ready. Subuchai's build is very, very straightforward. Solid stuff indeed. Yeah, Taco. So we had one of the peak competitive tournaments in Warhammer 2 was the ECL, the Eternal Challenger League that I held. We had crazy competitive runs for that. A lot of nightmares of rule enforcement, but those were the days. And Taco did win one of those. He won, I think, ECL season 2 or 3. He just won an absolute terror. It was very fun. The format was a little bit different back then. We had 8 weeks of competition per season, 1 tournament per week, with the person who won that tournament qualifying for an 8-person grand final. So it was a fun format. I personally prefer the leaderboard. I think it's like a little bit more inclusive to the like everyone. Yeah, and it's easier to like kind of follow it and everything. But you know, both formats were cool. They were both cool. They were good indeed. All right, Subuchai's ready. Tim is just probably going back and forth on scheming his build. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, looking cool. Looking cool. All right, and we're back. Do you play only Warhammer, or do you also do 40k tabletop? I play tabletop, yeah. I have a Death Guard army. I have a Chaos Space Marine army, which I'm actually looking to sell. Because I just want one 40k army, you know? It's hard to keep up with both. And I have a pretty nice 40k Chaos Space Marine army. Decent quality paint jobs. And then I have an Empire army, and I'm working on Warriors of Chaos in tabletop. I have a Lord of the Rings army for Middle-earth strategy battle game, which is a really, really good game. Actually, I have a Gondor army. But overall, yeah, Old World is going to be the focus. Like the Warhammer Fantasy tabletop is going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, there's a lot of things they can add in the Warhammer universe. It's pretty crazy. No, I don't even know how to use Instagram. I've never had one. That was kind of from my time too. People had Instagrams. It was not uncommon. How many of you guys in chat had a MySpace, dude? That's the true boomer. That's how you can age yourself pretty quickly. I had a MySpace right when it came out. Holy shit. Oh my god. I am going to start a battle report channel. It's actually on the table. It's going to be fantasy focused though, like old world. Maybe someday we could branch into 40k. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. So yeah. I do want to sell my Chaos Space Marines army though. I don't know. It's hard to keep, like, I'm getting like a hoarder thing where I just have too many units. Yeah. It's anarchy, dude. Data mining suggests that it'll chop up border princes into individual and sub-factions of Bretonnia. Oh, and then Assalia. Interesting. You had a MySpace? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, MySpace page music. Oh, hey, Casey. How you doing, man? It's nice to see you there. Hell yeah, dude. You guys remember the top 8 on MySpace? That was crazy. No, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. You had a MySpace? I know. You guys, I know how old all of you guys are. The funniest was like the social dynamic of having a MySpace in high school, and you had like the top 8 friends, right? So you had to like order your friends on your top 8 in MySpace, and it, like, you know, there was like social ramifications if you didn't like have the correct friends in the correct spots, and you know, and then you'd start dating a girl, right? Or, you know, or boy, whatever you're into in high school, and then you have to like decide, like, are they going to just immediately jump to the top of your top 8, or is there going to be more than meets the eye there, you know? Yeah. How old am I? I'm 35 myself. Yeah. 35 years young, baby. Halfway there. All right. So, taking a look, ladies and gentlemen, we have the old Demons of Chaos. Tim the Wilder clearly has had some good success with this style, which is just amassing a million units. So he is going to just get Bloodletters and Plague Bearers and all the colors of the Chaos Rainbow. And he is just going to pop in there and swarm and do the exact same thing we saw last game. For Subutai, he basically brought the exact same build he brought against me, which is just Jade Warrior spam with Jade Warrior crossbows behind them. Using Jade Warrior crossbows instead of peasants, though, is a bit of a variation, although he does have peasants as well. Just a very wide Cathay army here. Super, super wide. So we got Jade Warrior crossbows, we have peasant long spears, we have peasant archers in the back. And yeah, that appears to be it for Grand Cathay, man. Very solid. I mean, the bows will wreck demon infantry, and Iron Dragon is just impossible to kill. So you just use him with his breath attack, and he can go pretty bananas as well. He can go pretty bananas. Anyone over 50 in chat? I would wager there's a couple folks, for sure. I once had somebody message me who was in their late 60s who said they watched the Warhammer stuff, which was pretty cool. Apparently they were saying they used to play tabletop in the 90s, like old school stuff, and yeah, it was a jam. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, guys. So basically the strategy is going to be Grand Vomitus, again, spamming cheap spells to trigger the Children of Nurgle lore passive. So very cost effective for healing up your entire army. And taking a look at old Subutai. Subutai is going to move up with his massive Cathay battle formation. He's going to take objectives 1, going to take objectives 2, and he is going to be cackling all the way to the bank in today's grand finals. I believe this would this be Subutai's first tournament win of the season? It might be. Him and I actually played some Magic this weekend. We played some Commander format down in Los Angeles. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun indeed. And yep, objective 1 going to be taken by Cathay. Grand Vomitus going to fly up and do a little bit of scouting. Tim probably likes this map a lot because he can move through the trees on both sides and just do a big surround on Grand Cathay and kind of collapse from every direction, which is very, very flavorful for sure for the Demons of Chaos. But what are the call-ins? We get Plague Bearer call-ins, I think. Nope, Tim is actually saving. And Subutai has just been progressively calling in spears and bows and all sorts of other good stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like the Crowmen can do a lot of work against Grand Vomitus too. He does have 60 armor, but yeah, the Arwar Crowmen might be able to put some hurt on him. So he does take some arrows, not too much. It's just a little bit of a tickling of the pickle. He gets poked a little bit. And now Zhao Meng's going to go Dragon form. Zhao Meng will definitely be a pretty scary fighter. Although Grand Vomitus does have more HP, by about 1,000, give or take, which makes sense. An Nurgle Prince should be tanky, like very, very tanky. Not to say that 8,400 HP is bad by any stretch. It's a pretty healthy amount of HP pool for sure. Now pulling back is Grand Vomitus. He's going to be retreating, and the Demons of Chaos have ambushes. So we got this, you know, you got all these guys in the bushes, and the same thing going over here. Really, really looking to just envelop the Grand Cathay army. Now, this is actually a win for Tim in some ways, this map, because he's got a home objective, which means he doesn't have to yield an objective at all. It gives him more time to build up, whereas when you yield the triple cap on his playstyle, where you build up on these bad boys, you know, you can you can get in a little bit of a scary position. Subutai knows how to play against this, though. He is very much, I would imagine, played against Tim in the past. The Shrieking Skyrays coming out. So these are the Arwar Stingrays. And is Subutai going to take this fight? That would be pretty greedy. I mean, I know, of course, he does have that OP healing effect on Zhao Ming. But, I mean, if you get a lot free like this, that's going to be nice. Miasma Pestilence going down. And we do see Zhao Ming getting hit, taking quite a bit of damage. And, yeah, those little Stingrays not doing bad. He's also poisoned. And, yeah, Zhao Ming immediately takes some pretty substantial damage. But, again, he's got that free healing, so he is going to be all good in the neighborhood. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, we got Iron Hills coming in and the Empress's Crowmen. The problem about the old Skyrays, or not Skyrays, but in general, the Screamers of Tzeentch, is that Crowmen just take an absolute dump on them. It is just a horrible, horrible fight. So there was a time when you could use the Crowmen to really shut down Cathay Mass, like their Jade Lancers, but you can't really do that now because Crowmen will just get there with their 90 speed and they'll just give them the absolute business. So you're going to have a pretty bad time. Strangely enough, a little bit of lag. One of these guys must be playing on some Wi-Fi, which is always a shame. Subutai, oh, he misclicked. I hate when that happens. It's so frustrating. So he tried to get a breath attack on the Bloodletters, and he just misclicked. So honestly, probably just save your Winds of Magic for when they, advance and, prepare for battle. So objectives taken by both players. Tim and the Wilder sitting back as the Empress's Crowmen are out with their dreaded Nan Gao hand grenades. We were probably going to see Subutai do a drop here on these bad boys. So he's going to move up with the old Crowmen and drop some steaming hot payloads here on the Bloodletters of Khorne. So it's just time. Let there be a reckoning. So Empress's Crowmen chasing down Screamers. I mean, Tim could call in some Furies, but yeah, it's a little bit safer to land on the ground. And now he gets an okay breath attack on the Bloodletters of Khorne. Nothing too crazy, as the Screamers do land and run to the support of the Chromatic Abominations, which are the Arwar Blues. So he gets back in. Grand Vomitus is an anti-infantry character, so he's going to be able to, of course, do infantry damage to the Crowmen, which are infantry size, so not bad. Tim's still building up. It's going to be the exact same as what we saw last game. Demons gathering in their masses, just like witches at Black Masses. Evil Minds that seek destruction. Sorcerers of Death's Construction. I think it's somewhere in that order. That song is so good, by the way. Yeah, Black Sabbath has got some great songs. Definitely some good ones. That song really encapsulates kind of the fantasy experience, doesn't it? More archers being called in. This is like somebody earlier was asking about like how Anticity plays, and this was kind of very much his playstyle. It was like plop down on an objective with a bunch of bows and stagger them apart so they can cover one another and just live your best life. Once again, a little bit of a bombardment going down there. So the Shrieking Skyrays, what the hell was that? Was that a targeted ability? No, I don't think so. And we do see Zhao Ming going after the Chromatic Abominations here, and he's able to break through the shields with a couple attacks, but at the end of the day, they'll be able to probably regenerate their shields, and they're not going to have too much to worry about as the Shrieking Skyrays hunt them down. Up in the sky, the Empress's Crowmen do battle with the Grand Vomitus, and it looks like they are going to be afflicted by the Poison of Nurgle as they've lost 2 models. And are they going to take this fight? Wow. I don't know how this is going to go, honestly. Yeah, it looks like they kind of get beaten down. The Nurgle character has 64 melee defense when he's in combat, which is crazy good, and 60 armor and big HP, so the Crowmen probably won't be able to cheese him too easily. In the meantime, we do see the Skyrays over here battling Zhao Ming. So little skirmishes all over the battlefield before the main fighting really starts to take place. Stream of Corruption going down. It tickles the pickle of those Jade Warriors in the front. Not bad damage. Nothing too crazy, though. Certainly focusing down the Iron Hail Gunners needs to be one of the big priorities. And we do see the Doggies coming out, so the Hounds of the Blood Hunt. And they do have magic dampening, but in general, they just have better stats. They're kind of very much in terms of performance similar to the old school Hounds here. Onyx Crowmen looking to engage, but pulling back here. Very, very cagey game between these two players. They're both kind of jockeying for position. Little micro trades here and there. Neither player really committing to the big fight. Obviously, Cathay has no reason to do that. For Grand Cathay, you pretty much just want to hang back. You just want to sit on the objectives and force the demons to take the initiative. If Grand Cathay were to make any effort to go try and take Objective 3, for example, it would be pretty awful. So it would be pretty awful. Who is lagging here, by the way? Subutai lives like an hour from me. It must be Tim. Tim lives up in, I think, somewhere in the north, though, like in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, the connection should be good. We shouldn't have too many problems. All right, Shrieking Skyrays looking like they want to go in. Are we going to be seeing the Fleshhounds try and, like, make their way in? There's a bit of an opening here. Oh, whoa, what? Oh, is that the Skyrays ability? Holy shit, what did that? Is that Lamprey's Bite? Duration, radius, movement? Oh, it has 100 range. Holy shit, so the Shrieking Skyrays, oh my god, the things you learn when you watch these players. The Shrieking Skyrays have like a missile attack, the Lamprey's Bite, and they just zapped those Iron Hail Gunners. Little things like that, man. You see, I never would have even known that. Yeah, I would have had no idea. Absolutely no idea. So the demon's preparing, though. They're getting up into the trees, and Subutai is going to be sweating bullets here as he prepares for the onslaught. Jade Lancer is being called out. Both armies are mustering their forces and getting ready for a glorious, glorious battle. Points for Subutai, 549 against 255 for Tim the Wilder. As the old crowmen going to be scouting the periphery, looking in the trees. And, yeah, they see the Plague Bearers, they see the Bloodletters. Plague Bearers do hit hard. They have almost 50 weapon strength. With 15 AP is really not bad either. As a matter of fact, they could probably actually get through armor with some efficiency, depending on what they're hitting. Like, Jade's only rock, like, I think 80 base. Yeah, these ones are a little bit higher because of the old defensive stance here, I think, yeah. It's going to be giving them the goodies. So here comes the demons. They can't really afford to wait much longer. So those bad boys are going to have to move in. And here they come. Bloodletters moving up, getting ready to groove. And going to be looking to make their way through. Bloodletters, of course, massacre Jade Warriors. But Jade Warriors have pretty good stats, all things considered. 40 melee defense for a 500 gold unit is really, really good. Yeah, the Skyray poke is pretty cool. It's you don't get to see that too often. And here we do have a Stream of Corruption coming out. It does tickle the Jade Warrior crossbows, but at the end of the day, I don't know if that tickle was worth it at all. Demons descending from the hills, massive envelop coming in. Bloodletters, and looks like the Bloodletters, Exalted Bloodletters are going to be the first ones out. You definitely don't want, they're like a unit that comes in after the first wave. You want the Plague Bearers to move in first and just get wrecked. And then you come in with the Corn Demons, which are the real killers and different things like that. So in the back, we got Plague Toads. More Plague Toads coming out. They've always been pretty good against Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay anchoring down on the points very, very happily. And yeah, this very much feels like an old school Anticity style play with like the mass like staggered bows and things like that. Very fun to see. Breath attack going down to the chromatic abominations, and those chromatic bad boys, their shields were able to recharge between now and when we looked before. And here the Bloodletters are moving up. Tim is going to have to press soon, though. He's getting really danger close. Like, wrestling these points from Subutai is not going to be easy at all, especially with the resiliency of the Cathay force. So Plague Bearers and Bloodletters of Khorne off on the side with Toads very close to the home objective. Clearly, he's going to be hitting all 3 points at once, as now Toads moving in the trees. Tim might be taking a little bit too long. He might be taking too long. Yeah, it looks like Subutai is going to be eclipsing in on 1,000 points. And I mean, Cathay anchoring on this back point is going to be a very real thing. He needs to get an objective here quickly. So now we do see the Plague Bearers moving up, and they are going to be engaging. And the Plague Bearers are descending. The demons are coming from the hills, ladies and gentlemen. Tim the Wilder has done his poking. He is pleased, and now he's getting ready to party. And we'll see what he can do against these bad boys. So Plague Bearers do have their attack orders. They're missing their charge bonus here. They're not charging into the right unit, so they are going to take a little bit of a penalty there. But the demons now contesting the capture weight as Tim must strike. This is going to hurt pretty bad. Skyray's going to get wrecked by Crowmen, so big blunder here, potentially by Tim to open up the advance. Losing his nice ROR Stingray here to the Crowmen. Crowmen just eviscerate Screamers. It's like nasty as hell. Plague Bearers from all sides. We do see the charges being given by Tim the Wilder. Up in the sky, the Sky Rays, like I said, losing, as we do see more Blue Horrors being called in. Pretty much all the Demon Infantry are on their way. As the Plague Bearers, what are they doing? They're like moving around. You could definitely just cut through these spheres if you want to. Bloodletters have engaged here. Hounds finding their way through. They are going to get on top of the Jades. And we do see Exalted Bloodletters being focus fired. So those guys are going to pay the troll toll. As the Miasma Pestilence being popped on the Empress's Crowmen to trigger the map-wide healing from the Children of Nurgle. Scream Rays up in the sky, that's what we could call them. The Scream Rays do get absolutely obliterated. But they do actually lure some of the Crowmen onto the ground against Chromatic Abominations. And now the demons have enveloped from all sides. But ladies and gentlemen, are they going to have enough time? The middle point does get flipped, or it will be getting flipped in a second. It looks like Tim does have the capture weight advantage there. Subutai's bows firing on all fronts and really looking to poke down some of these guys. But overall, the demon pressure is on. And Tim the Wilder is behind on value by about 1,600. But with the Nurgle map-wide healing that he does have, it could be a little bit of a closer game. And Grand Vomitus going balls deep in the backfield with the Fleshhounds. He finds the Iron Hail Gunners as well as the Peasant Archers. And now Tim is going to be rampaging through the ranks, looking to swarm across onto the Archers here. And I don't know how he makes this work, man, because when I try these kind of strategies, these build-ups, it just doesn't work. But I guess it's just, a style that he's very familiar with. But overall, Subutai has eclipsed 1,000 points, but every point is under just massive pressure. Demons of Chaos looks like they might have an opportunity to flip this one as the Plague Toads keep nibbling away here. Miasma Pestilence debuffing their melee attack down to 0, which is pretty brutal. And Plague Bears, of course, really helping quite a bit to push those bad boys back. So middle objective is owned by Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay is closing in on about 1,100 points. We do see the archers, or I should say the blue horrors in the back, melting, and the bloodletters just do excellent work. When bloodletters are allowed to get in combat without being shot or run over by just like shot cav, like they just do work. And these exalted bloodletters back here somewhere, probably just doing the work of Khorne for sure. Yeah, we see the exalted bloodletters in the point being attacked by Empress's Crowmen, which is actually going to be very cost effective for the bloodletters. Their anti-infantry bonus will really shine. Tim the Wilder takes objective 1. He takes the middle, man. And now what Subutai needs to do is just kind of fasten his seatbelt and basically just value trade his way back. Because he does have a little bit of time to work with, and if he could just slowly kind of poke his way back to the home point, that would be pretty big. So clearly, kind of what we talked about earlier, that principle of going very wide against Grand Cathay seems to be the ideal playstyle. Because, yeah, like I said, Zhao Ming can't be everywhere at once. It's not like he's having any good targets to really focus on. But on the point, Plague Bears grinding away. Several units of Bloodletters also still on the point. Those bad boys going to be a menace. Subutai with a nice little breath attack right there does start to melt those Bloodletters as the old Todos and the Blues clear it off. Cathay is one of the worst factions in the game at recapturing points. In general, like they're really, really bad once they've lost the points at getting them back. But Crowmen have helped for sure with a little mobile killing power. But overall, Tim the Wilder is cackling pretty hard right now. His villain is cackling. His villain arc is in full effect as the Plague Bearers. Who would have thought we'd be seeing a Demons of Chaos win today? This is just crazy. And Plague Bearers, yeah, with that map-wide healing from Children of Nurgle, pretty metal shit. And they'll be able to cut through these Jade Lancers no problem. Jade Lancers have god-awful stats in sustained fighting, especially if they're poisoned. And, of course, Plague Bearers do poison damage, so that is something. Now, on the other side, we do see Tim holding on. The value gap is being closed, guys, which means it's GG. Tim the Wilder is ahead on value right now. With his healing taken into account, he is probably up by about like 500 to 1,000 value. And Cathay is just really just, it's chaos. And Cathay shines in harmony. When there's chaos and disorder and their formations are broken, that's when Grand Cathay just gets annihilated. And it's starting to look like that right now. They don't have any like concentrated position that's very strong. And yeah, man, I think that's just going to be a victory for Tim. That's some crazy shit, man. That's some really, really crazy stuff. He's been able to make this work with the old Demons of Chaos today. I would imagine he's probably doing a similar playstyle every single game. And yeah, it sure as hell seems to work for him. Seems to work for him indeed. So Plague Bearers fighting with the old Toads. Demons cutting through the Cathay soldiers in their disorganized formations right now. You can see Bloodletters claiming some serious skulls for the Skull Throne. I mean, these peasant long spears getting eviscerated by these exalted Bloodletters. Old Zhao Ming trying his best. He's OP, but is he OP enough for this? I don't think he's going to be OP enough because Tim is going to be passing him in points right now. And Subutai has not even been able to scratch the surface on getting his points back. We see this right here, and yeah, it's just not happening. Peasant Archers on the run. We do see the old Plague Toads hustling across. Plague Bears duking it out, and yeah, no hope, ladies and gentlemen. The Demons of Chaos have slayed the meta today. They've killed Kislev, they've killed Grand Cathay. Certainly interesting. I'd be curious to see Tim play like Khorne and Nurgle too. He'd probably do the same thing. He'd probably just go super wide with like Plague Bears instead and Toads. But overall, yeah, it's gonna be the game blouses. Objective 2 is still pretty much uncontested. Cathay does have a couple random Jade Warriors over there, but they're not going to be able to do much. Haggard Crowmen being sent in out of desperation, but what the hell are the Crowmen going to fight, right? The Crowmen are going to have to do battle against the Bloodletters and the Plague Bears and things like that, and that's going to feel pretty bad. So Tim the Wilder single-handedly raising the Demons of Chaos win rate with 6 wins in a row tonight. They probably climbed up quite a bit on the win rate percentage, considering they didn't have too much being played. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be game blouses. Bloodletters are also very quick. They have almost 40 movement speed, so their ability to press the back objective despite not being a Vanguard unit is pretty badass. So those guys going to be hustling up here. In the backfield, we do see Jade Warrior crossbows trying to pick these apart. Subutai fighting desperately to get out of this situation, but his army is weaker now too. And Grand Vomitus is just full health, fully erect, and yeah, he's going strong, dude. Look at him. Oh yeah, dude. Grand Vomitus, the true Dark Lord here. Hitting at about 1,300 HP. Bloodletters arrive on the point. Jade Lancers do a little bit of damage on impact, but they do get afflicted by the Miasma Pestilence, which is going to be allowing the Bloodletters to just butcher them. Absolutely karate chops. And yep, Crowmen coming in too. Crowmen don't seem amazing in this matchup outside of maybe dealing with Screamers. Maybe having like 2 out for reserves, like the Empresses, and maybe 1 or 2 regular ones to stop like Fleshhounds and things like that in your backfield. But overall, they've been having a bit of a hard time. Yeah, Empresses Crowmen are just OP though. Those things are insane. 1,200 value there. Toad's heading up to the back point, and Tim the Wilder has now passed Subutai. Subutai's probably like in the zone right now. He's got like incense candles burning around him, and he just doesn't realize that it's over quite yet. Because this game is 1,000% over. I've been calling Warhammer games for 6-7 years, and this one is going to be the troll toll being paid here. Up in the sky, we do see the Grand Vomitus coming down. That bad boy going to be looping, charging, getting terror routes. He does cause terror, right? He better. I would be so upset if the Demon Princes didn't cause terror. That'd be so awful. Toads holding it down. A couple of horsemen coming in, but Jade Lancer's going to get wrecked by the Plague Toads. Plague Toads, I don't know who wins in a sustained fight there. I feel like the Toads will, actually. Yeah, because the Toads have good AP and also poison and good stats when they're in melee. I mean, it's 30, 31, and 34, which is very respectable. Subutai with the Desperation Caps, trying to hope that Tim isn't going to notice, so he calls in some horsemen, but Plague Bearers were already on their way there, so that whole idea is basically going to be shut down as Tim the Wilder is eclipsing 1,500 points. GG, well played! The Demons of Chaos with the Steel Chair, Grand Vomitus. It's the Chad Grand Vomitus versus the lame OP Zhao Ming. So here he comes, dude. He's going to be descending from the skies, doing battle with Zhao. And that is it. All right, guys. Tim has done it. Yeah, what a game, dude. What a game. That was pretty cool. So tonight's tournament has been won by the Demons of Chaos, who I did not think I was going to be saying that. I honestly was expecting like a Kislev Cathay, some combination of Kislev and or Cathay, because they're very strong right now. But Demons of Chaos coming in with the Steel Chair and getting it done, baby. Getting it done. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that one. Just the dreaded mass width and the buildup, overwhelming the Cathay defenders. Exalted Bloodletters actually doing quite well, and the Sky Rays. We got to learn about the Sky Rays as well. Isn't Demons of Chaos a bounty? Let me check, actually. I have a couple bounty avatars I actually have to make right now. I think winning with Demons of Chaos... No, Khorne is a bounty. Demons of Chaos are not. Khorne is a bounty, because Khorne is way worse than Demons of Chaos. All right, guys. GG, well played. Congrats to Tim the Wilder, showing why he's a champ. Well played to Subutai. Oh, amazing player as always, but that was a tough one. But he probably played against that for the first time, and now was going to go back to the drawing board. So, all right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Demons of Chaos all day, baby. They got it done. We'll see you on the other side. Hopefully you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you guys back with the stream tomorrow. Probably going to be Age of Empires, and then the next day, which will be, I think, Thursday. No, yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be back with the Total War stream. So, all right, guys, take care of yourselves. See you next time. Congrats to Tim, and well played to Subutai. See you guys. Adios, and Papa Nurgle bless.